ahoy, and g'day once again to ye mateys! I be your crapulous DM, Josh the Pirate, and it brings me a spark of delight not felt since Challoner Ongle on the morning of February 10th, 1722, to welcome you back to another season in my Humblewood world. For some more of Elements and Evil with me, I have my hearty crew, the calamitous John Best, the concomitant Karen Schlink, and the contumacious Brendan Ellis. So let's talk about these lovely folks, shall we? Yeah, 1722. It was the Battle of Cape Lopez, and Challoner Ongle was captain of the Swallow, and he killed Black Bart Roberts, the dread pirate.
He killed Jack Black? What?
No. Black Jack is the character of a book series I'm reading. But he killed Black Bart Roberts, captain. The dread Bartholomew Roberts, one of the greatest pirates in history. And he killed him with like the opening salvo. It was really anticlimactic. A piece of shrapnel about the size of a penny went straight through the back of Roberts' neck, and he just sort of slumped down and sat down on a cannon, and everyone thought he was just having a bit of a rest. And about 5 minutes later,
in the middle of a battle,
he just sort of keeled over. Well, so they were trying to get away from the Swallow. They captured a Royal West Africa Company frigate. They renamed it the Royal Fortune, which I think is kind of funny. And the Swallow was about the same size, was also a frigate, and they were caught in a sort of an inlet, and they tried to just blow past them. Problem is that did expose them to a full broadside from the frigate. And pirates, awesome folks, very fun, but not the best, actually, at war. Certainly not as good as a Royal Navy crew. And the Royal Navy crew just gave them 2 broadsides as they went past. They went past slowly enough, they managed to reload the cannons and fire again as they were going by. Because they can reload the guns in under a minute. They're very, very quick at it, and they're good at their jobs.
Wow.
The second broadside copped Roberts in the neck, and he just sat down, and as they were sailing away, everyone's like, he's fine, he's just having a rest. It turns out he died.
He's only sleeping.
He's just sleeping. And his crew turned around and were like, nah, we're going to keep going. We'll have these guys for killing our captain, which I thought was lovely, but they lost very badly and quite quickly. A lot of
we
them,
will have vengeance later.
About half the crew were emancipated slaves. So say what you like about Black Bart. He was like, yeah, no, black people are cool. They got immediately sold back into slavery, sadly, for those guys.
God damn it.
Yeah, they weren't imprisoned or hung like the white people, though. So, it's one of the few instances where being a black man in the 1700s was a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be a slave instead of hung.
Killed, it's a tough call, but I know which one I prefer. Let's talk about these lovely folks. Let's talk about the calamitous, or disastrous, that's what it means, Mr. John Best.
I'm John. I play Bron on the show. I have been a performer for a long time and a friend of everyone here for a while. Learned about D&D maybe 5+ years ago and have loved it ever since. Although I do remember, actually, my first instance was playing Baldur's Gate, the original. I didn't realize it was D&D inspired.
Wow.
It was just a computer game. Yeah, I think that whetted my appetite, as it were. And here I am. That's how it works. A drop of D&D when you're in your teens, and you'll be hooked forever.
The concomitant Karen Schlink. Concomitant means sort of with you. And you are often with me.
I am physically present.
Accompanying is the literal sort of, yes.
Yeah.
And
I am,
Karen often a
confirm
concomitant to me.
Yeah. Yes. I am Karen, sometimes known as the mother of bunnies. I'm a performer, a writer, an internet addict. And you can find me here, usually on Tuesday nights playing video games, or Thursday nights playing Cash Glitter Weave. Badass map patch. Though I was toying with the idea next week of possibly, because Josh will be away, and I was like, you know what I could do? I could just jump into random points in my Baldur's Gate game and do random stuff.
You're also very welcome to do that.
And see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, I want to blow Gale up. I want to see how that'd pan out for me.
Oh, yeah. And the contumacious Brendan Ellis. That means rebellious Brendan. There you are.
Ooh.
Don't tell me what to do.
Sorry,
not my
that was
dad.
rude of me. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Brendan. I'm an actor and director. And I too played Baldur's Gate. A probably a port to the GameCube, so not very
wow.
good.
Wow.
The GameCube.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Wasn't a fan. And
On the GameCube, it would have been
it clearly
shit.
it clearly influenced me because here I am
Yeah.
today.
Not playing
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate.
Look, watching shit movies has never put me off the idea of movies in general.
Being in a shit movie.
I'd love to be in a shit movie, or any movie.
Or any movie, yeah. And I be the crapulous, which means immoderate in appetite. And it's been known, I've got a bit of a tummy on me right now. Josh the Pirate, you can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, where I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife Karen, the mother of bunnies, and all Miss Splendid friends, like these people. But you know this already, because you're here and you've probably done the things. We are, I would like to remind our undisputed, respected, and possibly even saluted audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things, you bloody champions. We have all the exclamation mark socials. We got the YouTube, where you can check out all the episodes you may have missed, and we have a Discord where you can come and hang out with us if you like.
Yeah.
All of those things and more could be yours.
For the low price of nothing.
No, you just click the thing, click the links, all in chat. The music today, when it happens, will be provided by Sirenscape. That's what's gracing your ear holes soon. We are affiliated with a couple of lovely groups of beings, Troll Lord Games, who produce Castles and Crusades, and it's a fantastic system. If you check out their website, trolllord.com, you can learn even more about it. We played it recently. We had it on the channel. Wonderful Troll Lord Chuck came and ran it for us, and it was really fun. It was pretty cool. I liked it. I quite like the system. It's an interesting one. The Siege engine, which is the basic premise of it, works really well. And we also are affiliated with Wooten Forge Gaming Accessories. Wooten Forge create beautiful handcrafted wooden tabletop accessories like this gorgeous jar of dice keeper. You can see beautiful dice in it falling off and going elsewhere.
Doesn't seem very good at keeping the dice, Josh.
Look,
I'm not sure
when I tilt
if
it to a
you used
45-degree
do the sponsor
angle.
thing. Yeah.
No, never done it before. This is a new thing I'm trying. And I think that's about all we need to talk about. So, look, we didn't actually organise this, but Karen did the first one and Brendan did last week, so it's John's turn to do the recap. So, John, what the absolute heck happened last time?
I'm actually really glad because last time not much happened as such.
Look.
Fair. Yeah, Bron found Julio almost dead, but breathing, but in all other respects dead. And so we concluded that had something to do with the death plane, possibly abducting Julio's soul, if such a thing exists in the Humblewood. We're not sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. And then Kesh also revealed that her friend Trish is possibly roaming around as a vampire, possibly a threat to passerbys, and Eric immediately decided that was the course of action. And basically, the last episode was him convincing us that is the course of action. Oh, not just that though. So we are going to set off to pursue Trish, but after having made sure that Julio is safe, embedded in some slimes, which are basically holding Julio in stasis, which is nice. And Gabby is making some safety charms for us for when we enter the death plane, so that we aren't
Dead.
just, yes, death. Yeah. And also we found a way into the death plane, which is Eric's death knife, which I had no idea even existed. Eric's death knife plus his move via trees spell equals move into the death plane. So yeah,
Theoretically.
we have a plan of what we're going to do after we
do it.
yeah
You are in a forest, so there is something of a dearth of trees.
yeah, and
Just
also
don't
a
use the
giant
older
one,
heart.
which we know.
Well, that would be
Julio-
very bad.
It would
Yeah,
do
hey,
other
Julio
things.
saved you,
Care
but-
which tree.
Like,
so
that
yes.
Ash is looking at me funny. Do that one.
You go to the death plane, and then when you get there, almost immediately hundreds of souls just sort of pop in, thousands, like, where were all these fucking people coming from? You killed the Alderheart, it just sort of keeled over and everybody in it died. as they fell thousands of meters.
And the season ends.
Guys, are we the bad guys?
So,
Is that Iscalia? Whoops.
That's our plan. We're gonna go deal with Trish, and then after that, we're gonna go into the death plane.
Love
The end.
Thank you. So, mateys, I think that was excellent. Well done. May all your Iron Man armor look awesome and cool, and all your friends possess 2 eyes, neither of which glow unsettlingly, as we head, tremulously at first, and then with mounting heat and passion, into the Humblewood.
Aye, if anyone was watching me play Wildermyth on Tuesday, I may have replaced one of my character's eyeballs with a giant crystal because I couldn't resist poking it.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, I could have let it be, and then
Who?
I was like,
Who? Which one?
Jennifer. She finds like a magical crystal in a shrine, and it's like, I should take it with me so all the world can see its beauty, and this is clearly a holy thing I should leave here. And I was like, I'm going to save, and then I'm going to poke it. And so far nothing's bad happened. She just has a giant crystal instead of an eye, and looks a bit upset.
What's funny is when I ran that game, that event happened to me too, or something similar anyway. But the person it happened to was the person I built to look like you.
You blew up my eye?
I didn't blow up your eye. Your head sort of became partially crystalline.
Hey, I think I could pull it off.
Yeah. So, we return to the gang's super secret hideout in the Alderheart, where they are getting ready to go looking for an old friend of Kesh's. What do you guys do? Really?
So at the end of last session, I scryed
Yep.
on her. Where would you say we were? Which location were we at when that happened?
We were still down in the...
I mean, we were, but DM kind of skipped us forward a little bit.
Yeah.
So
wherever you would have liked to be.
not helpful.
Okay. Well, you were in the roots. You were in the roots with Julio.
Eric probably, he would have done it somewhere secure, so probably back in the super secret hideout.
That was my assumption, yeah.
Yeah.
Karen Twink, the mother of crystals.
Twinkles,
Not
maybe.
bad, actually.
Oh, Karen Schlink, Karen Twink. Yeah, I like that, yeah.
I'm not a twink, but I do twinkle.
I don't know if Bishop knows your surname, but yeah.
I don't know if it comes up.
Well...
Cool. How much detail do you give us on what you scried? Like
let's find out.
Ooh, you come out of your scry trance in case you're sitting there going,
yeah.
Is she okay?
That was unexpected. She seems peaceful, which is not what I was expecting. Yes, she is somewhere isolated, and I'm sure if I misremember something important, the DM will correct me, but otherwise I'll just go balls to the wall. She is somewhere isolated. I can definitely find her. We can definitely get to her like now if you wanted. She is accompanied by a creature that brings to mind one of a tiny version of one of the Amaranthine. Hath, in fact.
That's very
but
odd.
she doesn't seem happy, but she seems at peace with things. She's resting. She doesn't physically look any different, does she?
Not really. Like she looks like she's had a pretty shitty week. Like,
yeah,
possibly a little thin.
Yeah, she looks like she's been living rough for a little while. The sheen on her coat is slightly matted, but she is not really doing much of anything. She's in the shade, but she's otherwise out where I assume it is daylight. Yeah.
I was kind of expecting her to be, running rabid through the trees, foaming at the mouth and stabbing things.
Me too.
Is it possible that this curse that she's under is, I don't know, is there like a lesser version of it or something?
I mean, Trish is a pretty exceptional person. Is it possible that she is just able to control to a certain extent whatever curse she's...
You're all
What
welcome to make
exactly-
Arcana or History checks.
What
Yeah.
exactly did Smoothie say in his message again?
Said that she was cursed, she was a puppet of Strahd, that she was dangerous and we should stay away from her. So if she's somewhere isolated, she may be doing the staying away herself.
The exact wording was, Cash, put the word out. Trish might be in your neck of the woods. Stay away. She is Strahd's puppet. Be careful. Keep eyes out.
Or it's possible she only goes nuts when she's got someone to go nuts on. Like...
Or at night,
Or at
I could just scry on her later in the day and see.
Make me those Arcanas or Histories.
Yeah,
Oops, 7.
I
Nope.
did
14.
mine.
Also, nope.
15.
15. Cash, with a 15, you're the only one with any knowledge about vampirism at all, really. If you 15 plus history
It's
is a plus
15.
2. Oh.
Yeah, I rolled a 13, so it's 15 with the plus 2.
Okay. Yeah. Your history, you would have heard of vampirism. You would know that people bitten by a vampire tend to have it. Don't necessarily would still have most of the big features of vampirism, but probably wouldn't have as many powers. So it would be a lesser form, but not necessarily less bad.
Is vampire a word that I would know? Well, tried being a vampire and all. My understanding is that passes his curse on, they kind of like a watered down version. So they're not as crazy, dangerous and powerful as he is. So I guess still have a sense of herself.
Well, I mean, it certainly seems that way. She seems. I mean, I didn't know her particularly well, but she seems, for lack of a better word, of sound mind.
Okay.
Well,
I
guess we should
I
just...
wonder. Sorry, yes, go ahead.
Well, could possibly we just approach her and say hi, and if she's here, and I assume she'll talk to me, and if she starts foaming at the mouth and lunges at us wildly, then we utilise other means, preferably non-lethal. Just to be clear, I would rather we did not kill Trish.
Yes. Yes, certainly. Like I am fine with that course of action. I was actually going to, and you may see this as somewhat out of character for me. I was going to ask if perhaps if we should follow Smoothie's advice. She doesn't seem dangerous. Smoothie has said stay away from her. I can continue to keep an eye on her every day. I can check in on her if you want. I'm also not opposed to going and speaking to her, but yeah, it's your call, Kesh.
See, on the one hand, respecting Smoothie's greater knowledge of this thing, he'd say to tell us to stay away from her, and we could do that. On the other hand, as you know, spear and well, not kind of, I am a public servant and I feel a certain obligation to ensure the safety of the denizens of the Older Heart. And because we know exactly where she is, we can pop out there and say,
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
Sure. Is it quick? Will
I
it take
nearly
long?
said, how dangerous could it be? And then I realised that was a stupid thing to say. That's how you get thrown into a pit of tar.
You what?
Thrown
Oh.
into a pit of tar. Eric did it one time. We've never let him forget it. It was so funny.
I initially was really annoyed about it, but now I've kind of embraced my status as the Tar Lord.
Amazing.
Look, honestly, you just have to say tar to disobedient children and they immediately are like, oh, sorry, tender. Don't throw us in the tar pit.
Fun
Yes,
times.
it does seem like a really unpleasant and slow death, doesn't it?
It really does. They screamed a lot.
Yeah. Well, they would have if there wasn't tar filling all of their orifices.
I love that you two are now like retconning how awful it was.
They both just climbed out again.
This
and,
is like Australians regarding their native fauna in the rest of the world. And Bron is in like, wow, I didn't know this about him. So this is a true thing that happened, but they are massively overstating what happened.
Right.
So you're going.
From
There was a
perspective,
tar-
they're probably understating it.
Yeah, well, look.
Look,
That's...
there was a tar pit. Eric threw some people into it. It was a time.
Fun.
People who were hostile to us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they were bad guys.
They were cultists.
He threw bad guys into a pit of tar.
They were worshippers of
They
Kren.
thought we were also cultists.
Yeah. Well, they also thought
but,
they were worshipping not Kren. Nightfather. Titan, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, Humblewood
You know,
with vampires.
Josh, if
and
you want to
vegetables.
run D&D, you really need to.
I need to be up on all my
lore.
lore. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, how are you going to go and spy on, or how are you going to go and say hi to Trish?
Someone asked how long it would take. I can open a portal anywhere on the Outer Heart or in the Outer Heart, but I can only do it once per day, so I can get us there immediately. But once we're there, Kesh, we will need to commit to being there for the rest of the day.
Well, our gear for our jaunt into death is going to be ready the rest of the day, so I guess we can look forward to a nice stroll in the woods while we decide how to deal with everything. I'm just gonna quickly notify a few people that I'm nipping out of town for the day, just in case that's an issue.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ooh.
maybe I should as well.
I'm going to pack tools.
Do you not have the quick return button?
Oh, we do. Yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Oh, actually, Cash, we have those necklaces that the grandmother gave us. So
How many magical things do you people have?
You have one too.
If this was a cartoon, Kesh would at this point wordlessly pick up her bag and upend
Shake
it,
it.
and like a ridiculous
Rattle.
physics-defying amount of magical objects just clatter out of it.
Amusingly, none of them have a bag of holding. No.
No, we're just humping around these enormous
There's only one
packs
bag of
magical
holding in
things.
the entire setting so far, and it's Jude's, and it's specifically designed for muffins.
And only muffins.
It is a bag of muffin holding. It can hold an almost infinite amount of baked goods.
Immediately, can an artificer make a bag of holding?
yes, yes, they can.
Yes, they can. Yeah, absolutely.
I would like a
Replicate
bag
magic item.
of Danish.
Infusion.
holding.
Yes.
Bag of Danish holding. Yeah.
Infinite Danishes.
I like the
Rocks.
idea that Bron canonically invents the bag of holding by reverse engineering the bag of muffins.
This is the bag of anti-muffin holding. It holds
have
everything
to-
except muffins.
Can't put muffins in
If
it.
you put a muffin in
Yeah.
it, the muffin shoots out at your face.
I really like the idea that there are like bags of holding that just they malfunction sometimes and just they will not accept certain objects. You can put a
Well-
corpse in there, but you can't put in a penny.
Technically,
Can't
according
be
to
made
the
of
description
wood.
in the book, a bag of holding is an orifice of an interdimensional being. So it's entirely possible that the interdimensional being just chooses not to hold something.
Nope.
Oh,
It's got
I
a
was just
gluten
thinking
allergy. You put muffins in that
yeah.
thing.
the bag of
And then you
holding is
point the
gluten
bag
intolerant.
at something and wait.
And fire muffins. Yes.
I didn't know that, and now I don't want one of those. Okay, so Eric, are you gonna do the thing?
Yes. And Bron, to answer your question, we're going to have a lot more magical items now that you're hanging out with us.
Right?
Slowly, but yes.
Stephen lets out a whistle.
Oh, he's done.
Steve.
Fantastic.
Okay. I'm going to find a place within our hideout that we're going to decide is our designated portal area now.
Yep.
So ideally a mostly blank wall. It only needs to have enough blank space for us to fit into it.
Yeah.
But Eric is, particularly with this place, is a one for ceremony at this stage. So he's going to survey for an appropriate area.
There would be. It's sort of a long series of rooms rather than several places going off a main place. So it's one sort of contiguous tunnel with sort of rooms into the wall of it. But one sort of main hallway. The main hall that comes down from the Wildwood Brigade headquarters and the markets, sort of the two of them join and become. Where they join is pretty much where the hideout kind of starts. There are 4 rooms before you get to the main chapel, the sort of the big, gorgeous, super central place, and that passageway in my mind does have a sort of atrium. Before you enter, there is a sort of a wider area. That would probably be the best place. It has a sort of the feeling of multiple places coming together at once, and there is a large expanse of open wall there. And then you head through the chapel and you get to Brons' workshop, and a couple of other rooms. One of them used to be a vestry, but now it's kind of just it's a hallway essentially, but it's a hallway with benches. Then there is a tunnel beyond the vestry that goes down. There is it used to be a an office about 100 meters down that corridor on the way to the exit in the dock area. But otherwise, beyond that, it's just the tunnel that goes all the way down to the bottom of the tree. So there are, beyond, there's Brons' workshop, the sleeping room, the cooking room, the kitchen, essentially, the chapel itself. Then there are 3 other, essentially, used rooms that don't have a use right now. So you could either use one of those, or you could use the main wall in the atrium.
I'm gonna use an empty room.
Yep. Okay.
And later turn it into our portal room.
Sure.
Just like in Minecraft, and then we can
Love it.
put our Minecraft beds together.
Yeah.
We write
Cool.
for blank on the door.
This is definitely a flump.
A flump. The flumping
Yeah.
room.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to blank from that.
DM, did I get a sense of the location that we would be heading towards?
Yes. Yeah. You identified a couple of trees that you could definitely. That's the tree I'm aiming for. In terms of where it is, no, not specifically. You got the feeling not in the wood, but not overly far from it.
Okay. Okay. Just so that we're all aware, I don't know exactly where this location is. As in, I can get us there, but I then wouldn't be able to find us on a map. But it is not within the wood, but pretty close to it. I feel.
Well, as long as we're pretty close, you shouldn't have left tracks or something, or we just wander around a bit going, Trish! Trish!
Oh
That'll
no!
work.
To be clear, I will bring us directly to her.
Oh, okay. You just won't then
or
know which way is.
Where you are.
back.
But hey, I'm a
Yes.
ranger, so I'm really good at navigating.
Kesh is the only one I think would have an outside chance of recognizing where you are when you get there. I don't think
Yeah.
Eric has been there, but Kesh may have been.
Yeah.
And then I'll use my ranger
Okay.
skills and the position of the sun and the moon to work.
Yeah,
Wow,
sure.
I can barely
Hey-
work out where we are in the tree. So good job.
Yeah. Oh, and by
Avis-
the way, you seemed a little askance when we told you about a cult. They actually made this place that we're in right now. We requisitioned it because they were doing bad things with it.
Oh,
Proved
is this
it.
okay? Cool. This is an ex-cult headquarters.
I would argue it's still a
Um,
cult headquarter, but it's just a different kind of cult now.
Are we using that word? Are you using that word?
Well,
the C word is
Julio
very
doesn't
loaded.
like to use that word.
Yeah. If anything, Julio is running a fucking cult.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm trying not to run a cult, but
Okay. This portal isn't going to stay open for long, so
yes. Let's go.
we must be ready. And Kesh, you should probably go first if we're going
Yes,
to
I am the least
appear
likely
right
to
in
alarm her.
Trish's face. Yes. Okay. All right.
And
I
Kesh-
cast. Yes.
Oh no! I was going to say I walked through the portal, but you have to cast the thing.
You
so-
do, yeah.
I cast transport via plants.
Hell yeah.
It lasts for an action. We have 6 seconds.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
Fuck.
Lunge wildly at the tree.
What does it look like, please?
Thank you. I am going to place my hands on a blank wall. And I think I know that we're in the bark, but a pattern is going to appear on the wood. When you have like a wooden coffee table or something, which has like that kind of arc style pattern, which looks like maybe it's rings of the tree. That is going to appear in like a slight arc formation with several layers, and then fire is going to emit from my hands and spread along that pattern only. So there's a whole bunch of tree around it, just not affected by this fire.
Yep.
And as the fire burns, a view into another part of a wooded area with likely Trish, he appears there.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
Fantastic. Thank you. And Kesh
Yeah, I'll take
lunges wildly at the tree.
I'll take a deep breath and then I'll kind of do a elegant leap. Who leaps out? Kesh.
Kesh leaps out.
Kesh leaps through the portal with a loud thwoomph.
And
Okay, Bron, in you go. Go, go, go.
Okay.
And then I go last.
You step through and the portal closes behind you. You find yourselves in a little wooded glade. It is by no means... so looking ahead of you, you see open plains, basically. Grassy plains, some patches of wild flowers, but... and in the distance, a small herd of snails, giant snails, are grazing on patches of wild flowers. But looking around, you spot about 30 feet away, sitting on a log, looking just a little bit stunned, is a slightly ragged Mapatch. And I actually might put up a picture of the lovely Trish Caper. She... it's not so much that she looks She doesn't look beat up, though. Actually, sorry, she does look beat up. She looks like she has just been in a serious fight. There is damage to her clothing. She isn't wearing armor. And she is sitting next to a little, a raccoon, but lacking any base of reference for this. It looks like a very chubby Mapatch child, not wearing any clothes, and yeah, kind of oddly proportioned, very strangely proportioned, for a Mapatch.
That child with dwarfism is naked.
Well, I didn't want to say it, but yes, it does look like.
That's why I did.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and she has sort of resting across her shoulder is a glaive with a tip with the blade sort of burns. Looks like it's perpetually on fire a bit. And her fur is sort of black and grey rather than Kesh's brown and grey. She looks up, startled. Kesh, stay back!
We just wanted to make sure you were all right.
I'm fine. You need to leave. Please.
Sorry. Karen is panic thinking about what to follow up with that.
We cannot quickly. We can walk away, but we can't go back the way we came. Sorry.
Is there any way we can help you?
I just need to be left alone for a while, all right? I need to figure this out.
Okay.
I love you, but you need to go. I don't want to hurt anybody, and I haven't.
I believe you. I do. Okay. I'll tell everyone to stay away.
Please.
And Kesh will kind of do that thing with her hand that says, we need to walk away now.
She clicks her heels together and runs away. And I don't think Bron and Eric have ever seen a human being, or a person, move that quickly. 240 feet around, 240 feet in 6 seconds, which is the best part of 70 meters in 6 seconds. She is Usain Bolt fast.
Whoa.
Wow.
That man can do 100 meters in 9 seconds.
That
is literally how fast she is.
That is ridiculous.
Wow.
Does she take the little?
The thing next to her, when she picks it up, it is more like a statue. It has gone completely rigid. When she picks it up, it is still in exactly the same pose it was when she picks it up. She tucks it under her arm and she fucking runs.
Hey.
Wow.
That was weird, but the good news is she seems to be aware that she's dangerous. Always a positive.
Hey, Cal.
She seems to be in control.
Hey, Eric, I'm definitely gonna take you up on your offer to keep an eye on her because definitely in trouble. But if I know Trish Caper, she is gonna accept help until she wants. I think.
Yeah.
And if anyone's watching Kesh's expression, she looks kind of a bit sad and tired. You know, Trish is one of her old friends, but she knows that Trish doesn't want help right now, and she'll just make her angry.
Yeah. She's very caparable. Caparable?
No, that was very bad.
How's her last
Yeah,
name?
yeah.
I didn't know how to spell it.
SWAT on nose with a newspaper.
No. And that is the lovely Trish Caper there on the screen. The wonderful artwork by Daria. Absolutely nailed her as well. It's fascinating. Because Trish is one of the oldest characters in the setting. There are two different, very distinct pieces of art for her because the wonderful Breepai did the original. Arguably more detailed. Breepai's work is a lot more close to sort of photorealistic, but I adore both for completely different reasons. It's two very different Trishes. But two, like, this is a more Trish who's seen some shit. And if anything, the artwork needs to be updated because she's seen a lot more shit since this one was done. But yes. So yeah, Trish leaves the campfire she was sitting at and dashes off. If you listen, she would leave visibility range in under about 4 or 5 seconds. However, she does seem to stop running after that. She is just staying far enough away from you that you can't see her and that maybe she can't see you.
Has she left anything behind?
There is a cooking pot over the stove, boiling water. Over the fire.
Cool. I'm just going to leave it be because I feel like she's back on.
Yeah. If you wanted to leave her a message, you could. Be likely to come back and retrieve it. You have writing materials, and she can read, unlike some of the other characters.
Cool. Then Kesh would be like, "Could you, guys, give me a minute?" And she'll pull out a bit of paper and a pencil, and one end's very chewed, and noms on it. And she'll sit there and she'll write Kesh. So, this is how to contact me. I hope you're okay. I might be having to go into the death elemental plane soon, which should be interesting. You know, when you feel up to it, let's have a drink and I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Sort of.
How would you tell her to contact you?
Ooh.
I mean, you can give her what the address at the Alderheart.
Yeah, better give her my postal address or as close as you get to it. Like,
yeah.
You know, head office, Spear. 6 branches up, 2 across.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Trish has any magical communication means.
She does not. She is a wild magic barbarian swashbuckler. She has a tiny amount of magic, but it's really just detection. And it's very temperamental.
Could you flip over to my inventory?
Sure. Have iron pot, blankets, mist, crowbar.
Hey, Bron,
feathers.
where do you think we are?
Cool. I will pull out
near some snails.
Look, he's not wrong.
Bron wouldn't
I'm
have
well
the
astute.
faintest idea. It is a little warmer than it was in the older hut.
I've never seen a snail in real life. These are cool.
Never seen it.
You would guess south of where you were.
Yeah, okay.
Roaming the plains, nomming on the fields.
Yeah, the great snails of the plains. Yeah.
Look, there's a large amount of this world I haven't seen. This is one of those places. I don't know where we are.
I apologize, not south. It was southwest, but it is southerly to where you were, but it is actually west.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool.
Well, we wouldn't
Not
have a clue
Fernville.
anyway, right? So,
Yeah, no.
south. As
Yeah,
far as
true.
we know.
Yeah.
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 It's not colder, so it's not more north. So
Yeah, you can see some
South?
mountains. You can see some mountains in the distance. And if Kesh, when you begin to walk away, I imagine Eric and Bron go for a little stroll away from the forest that Trish was in.
Yeah, that's what this conversation is, yeah.
Oh yeah. Just the reason I wanted to check my inventory because I was pretty sure I still had a purple feather left. So yeah.
You put a purple feather in there for her?
I'm gonna wrap the note around the purple feather and then like put a little rock on it so it doesn't blow away. It's got a little bit of cash with it.
Yeah. Where did you get the purple feathers from?
I bought them from a random shop when we were in
that's right.
Ashbarrow.
Yeah.
And then handed them out to everyone. So.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, cute.
But I think I kept one for myself, and now I've given it. So Trish is in possession of a foot-long purple feather.
Yeah.
I hope she puts it in her hat at a jaunty angle.
Cool. Alrighty. Kesh rejoins you. Looking at the mountains, Kesh, you could make a nature or survival check. Necklace dice. This is from Crisp and Crunch.
Yeah, I put one of my purple dice in it, and if I open it up, I can use it as a. That is a 11 on the dice.
Plus 8.
Plus 8.
19.
19.
Technically, you would have
good work, necklace dice.
Technically, you have advantage because this is. Oh no, you are not in your favorite terrain. Ha ha ha!
Yes.
But it doesn't matter. Yeah, you would guess you are west of. You're across the mountains at the west, in the west of the wood, and you would guess you are over those mountains. On the far side, there are some plains, and looking at the mountains, you're like, I reckon that's that mountain, but the other side of it.
What appears to be on the other side of the mountains?
Probably a 5-day hike back to Alderheart. 6 maybe.
I'm really glad we don't have to walk, because it's going to take like 5 days to get home from here. I
Ooh.
wonder...
And over a mountain, presumably.
And
Well,
over a mountain.
That's why it would take so long.
I wonder... And Kesha's going to kind of make a mental note of their rough location in case it correlates in any way with where Rovia is.
Oh, dead set. It is, you are, if you were to look behind you, maybe 5 miles behind you, so 8 kilometers behind you, there is a huge chasm. There's an open rock chasm. Like the great, what's the big hole in the ground in the US?
The Grand Canyon.
The Grand Canyon. That's the one. I had great, and I was like, that sounds wrong. What am I looking for?
Why are you referencing the Grand Canyon when we, as West Australians, are the proud custodians of the super pit?
It's bigger than that. It's bigger than the super pit.
If you go to
I like to
Kalgoorlie,
call it the big hole.
Yeah.
yeah, if you're ever in Kalgoorlie in Western Australia, you can go visit the super pit, which is a giant hole in the ground.
Yeah, and amusingly, you
Kalgoorlie?
actually
Dry hole.
Yeah.
in Kalgoorlie. Yeah.
People are like, oh, you can go see the Skimpies and the super pit, and I'm like,
Yeah.
aha, Skimpies and a hole in the ground. I love this town.
For non-Australians, skimpies are ladies in bars who serve booze, but also wear bikinis, or less, depending on how much you tip. And except
Kalgoorlie
bizarrely,
has more than just skimpies.
Yeah.
They're famous for their street of more than just skimpies.
yeah, well, that too, yes.
Yeah.
Not so good in Boulder. Yeah.
Do you think that dark, ominous, cavernous abyss in the ground is where Strahd lives?
Do you think
and
there
Kesh
could
is
be-
kind of going to turn around and register that same. Like, oh yeah, those two things might be related, huh?
Could there be pieces of elementals there that we could load into a gun, perhaps?
The legend of what happened is fairly well known, but it has been thought to be a legend, that a whole region was just ripped out, and where you would expect this, like the sides of it are not sheer. Some parts of it do slope relatively pleasingly, but they're like walkably. So grass and stuff would have grown, but nothing has grown. It has not filled with water. It has not become a lake. And it's just this massive hole in the ground that nothing grows in.
How big is this?
very
Kilometers
reminiscent
wide.
Of the scorched. This is very reminiscent of the Scorched Grove.
Yes. If you wanted to get a magical sense off it, you are welcome to try.
I mean, how long would it take us
Nah.
to get to the edge of the super pit?
Oh, it's a 3-hour walk. A couple of hours. 8 Ks to get to the edge. Though, like, according to legend, getting to the edge is exceptionally difficult. It risks inadvertently going there. Yeah.
Nah.
And
I'm fine to appreciate it from a distance.
It's impressive. It looks ominous as fuck. Yeah, it does not look cool.
Yeah. Big scary hole.
When we hit
perhaps-
level 20 and feel like confronting the final boss,
Yeah. You may have found his lair. Fortunately, this is not a linear game, so yeah, you can come back. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to look at this like, yeah, I think we need to level up before we tackle that one.
Go and
You know
find the
how
Burj
sometimes
Khalifa or
you
whatever it is you
complete
need.
your primary objective, and then seems like there's extra stuff to do that is harder than the
Yeah.
primary objective. This feels
Yeah.
like that.
You mean
Super
like
secret.
A
life?
super boss, if
Bonus
you will.
boss. Yeah.
Yeah.
His final form. Alrighty, you walk back, and I imagine you probably don't even walk very far. You probably just activate the buttons and go home. So that whole exercise took about 20 minutes. You, however, find yourselves, because the teleport doesn't take you back to, I think it takes you back to your super secret hideout.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So you reappear back in the chapel, about 3 rooms away from your teleportation room, which is just an empty room. And when you return, however, can you please make me perception or insight checks?
Ooh. I'm definitely. I'm gonna do perception.
In that case, I will do insight.
Very well.
Beautifully cocked. Doesn't land perfectly. That is a 9.
A 9.
Plus 8 though, so
17,
17.
Yeah.
Wow.
Eric, how'd you do?
I'm thinking about Trish.
I got a 25.
24.
Woo!
Oh, 24.
Yeah. And Bron got a
I got
15.
15.
Okay. So Eric got to roll an insight and a 17 from Kesh for the perception check. I would say, what actually did make notes on this? You actually all notice. The hideout is oddly quiet. Like when you get back, you're like, oh, there's normally more life to it, I suppose. It's like it's not, Gabby is in the next room. And yeah, it is oddly quiet. Eric with a 24 insight. The feathers on the back of your neck stand up.
Somebody's here.
It is suspiciously quiet.
Prepare for elementals. I am going to summon. Well, Hope is kind of assumed to always be around, but I'm going to activate Hope.
Yep.
Hi. Why not? Yeah, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself.
Nice.
You do that. Bron casts Sanctuary. Eric brings out Hope. Eric, you also scored a D4 from somebody in chat. I think it was Abus.
It was Abus.
Yeah. So
Nice.
everybody's got a D4, including me. Cool. Yeah. Hope is out. Bron is sanctuaried. Anything else? Good berry, animal friendship, speak with animal, spiny shield. Aid? Gonna do anything?
DM, it probably is too late, but is it too late for me to retroactively cast a spell while we were in the presence of Trish?
How long does the spell take?
An action. The spell is locate creature, and I want to locate creature vampire.
Ooh.
Just to determine.
While present.
Yeah, I'd have allowed it. Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
The answer is not yes or no.
Oh, that's a natural 20, so a 26.
Damn!
The answer is yes, but not like it's very hazy. It's a dude, I'm not sure. Like, definitely a bit.
Definitely.
There's a solid maybe from the spell.
Like the rules lawyer in the spell contained in the spell has to like go through some documentation and
It's essentially well because it's every you would sense within a certain range vampires. There is exactly one sort of like a bit.
well the spell specifically points me towards the nearest creature of that type.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, it would point you to Trish, but it
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
It's kind of like a compass when there's two magnets around. It's like it spins for a minute. It takes a couple of seconds for you to. It doesn't. It's normally a lot quicker and a lot more precise and definite. But with Trish, it kind of switches between her and the big hole in the ground.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. I was just imagining the dial-up tone in my head when this spell was being cast.
Yeah.
It's like next season on Humblewood, Trish versus a giant hole in the ground.
It is rather Jack Sparrow's compass-esque, actually, Cal. Yeah.
You know what the sensation is? It is your phone, your Nokia next to your old TV. With the slight...
Yep. Yep.
And everyone just being like,
Yeah.
And anyone 20 or younger is like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yes.
Like, just millennial things.
Yes. Cool.
Sorry for that digression, but that was something that I had
It's
to
a good one.
to.
Good idea.
Kesh is just going to get her bow out. So she is holding her bow ready to conjure and...
Yeah, if you wanted to do anything useful, aid is dope.
Okay.
+5 hit points and +5 hit points and max hit points to everybody in the group.
Cool. Everyone gets 10 hit points.
If you want to burn a second level spell to do it.
I cast aid too, because why not?
I chose not to learn aid today, so I
does
don't.
Does it stack?
Yes, because it's not temporary hit points.
Just realized I don't think I reset my spell slots.
Yeah, I don't think you've cast anything else, so...
Yeah, because I'm just like, I don't think I zeroed those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Unless you decide it doesn't stack, but I believe...
Baldur's Gate it doesn't, but at the same time, I don't see why it shouldn't. It's just a sort of identical effects. Yeah, no, I'd say that's fine. Yeah. So everybody has 15 or 10 extra temps. 10 extra max.
Yeah.
Depends on the level you're casting it at. But yeah, you both burn a second level spell slot, and yeah, everybody has 10 extra max hit points.
For 8 hours.
For 8 hours, yeah. For the rest of the day.
So if we're not about to get in a fight, we need to go get in a fight, so we're not wasting.
I mean, yes.
Let's find a pub.
Right.
Which
So
one of
Julio,
you bitches
while
wants
you're
to
away,
dance?
Brons got a black eye when he finds him. Mind you, so does Julio. Yeah, you are in the main chamber. You're all a bit... So you get here. Oh, I don't like the smell of this place. Bing, 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 bing. And black magic just starts being cast. We're like...
So you leave the joint for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And something fucky.
Where do you go? What do you look for? There's nothing
Trouble.
visible in here.
Well, I like Kesh would be like quietly stalking out into the corridor, see what she can see.
Yeah.
Stealthing.
So, in one direction is Bron's workshop, and in the other direction is the corridor to the kitchen and the bedroom, and the teleportation room.
Well, the only person I know who's supposed to be in here is Abby.
Yes.
she's supposed to be in the workshop.
She's supposed to be in the work.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go that way. Like, I don't know whether you guys want to go the opposite.
I'm going to follow Cash. I'm going to stealth too, but I don't think it's going to be relevant. I feel like whatever is giving me this feeling probably already knows exactly where we are.
You can stealth.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose the opposite approach and hit the button so my armor turns on and be like, great.
Clank, clank,
Let's
clank,
make
clank,
as much noise as we can so that they, like, find me.
Yeah. Bron,
And I'm going to head the opposite direction, too.
this is new armor. Describe it, please.
Great, cool. So I push the button, and instead of vines, it looks like black feathers start growing out along the side of the sash, and like kind of encompassing first of all the shoulders, and then actually kind of looks like Bron's been covered by feathers, and then it just kind of sets into like
Yes.
armor.
So it turns
That's
silver?
cool.
Sorry,
Do the black feathers turn silver when they solidify?
yeah. So
That's
it's armor,
sick.
and then it looks like
Feathers.
the armor that I've
Yeah.
been given.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. I'm going to give you inspiration for that description.
I got a dirty
yeah.
20
That
on
was
my
very
stealth
cool.
check, but
There we go. Yeah. Love it. Yeah, cool. And Karen got what?
dirty 20.
Filthy 20 for stealth. And Eric got a 12, which is...
With advantage.
Yeah, with advantage. And Bron is exceptionally loud and going the opposite direction. So, Bron is storming out that direction. Bron, please make me perception checks.
Ooh.
Or investigation. I think investigation is better, but you would find different things. Oh, no. 20. There you go. Never mind. 20. There is the sensation is lessened out here. It's still quiet, but not suspiciously so. You find nothing suspicious, I suppose. Everything is as you left it. Kesh and Eric heading in the opposite direction. Kesh, I think, leading the way?
Yes, probably.
Yeah. Kesh opens the door into Bron's workshop. Bron's workshop is... a 25 feet wide, 30 feet across, roughly rectangular space. It has a couple of small windows at one end, and there is a trio of large workbenches set out as one is set out as a smithy. There is a small forge in one corner. One is set as an alchemist's lab, which is more of a Gabby thing than a Bron thing, really, but yeah. And the third is set with plans and drawing implements, or at least it was when Bron left it. Clearly something has gone down in here. Can you please both make me perception checks? Perception or investigation? But I think you're both better at perception.
I'm very perceptive, but not very investigative.
23. Pretty good.
16.
16. Eric spots also that there is a rope hanging from midair near the ceiling above between two of the desks. I didn't really have time to make a mud map, so there you go. And it's there. That's the space. Relatively simple. And the rope is there.
Oh.
Sticking out of the room. It looks like a fight has happened in here. There is several instances of broken vines and large thorns. Yeah. Watch out, Daria. Josh is coming for you. Hey, look, I was busy. Got him. Looks like some shit has gone down in the last 20 minutes. Oh, and yeah, sorry, carry on.
I'm just
Abby?
gonna call for him.
Yeah, and also sensing that I've gone the wrong way, Bron is going to come back quickly and loudly.
Yeah.
Clank, 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 clank.
Clank,
Yeah.
clank, clank, clank. Yeah.
Do you
I'm just
enter the
gonna
room?
point at the rope.
Okay, well, to be fair, it might be that Gabby has escaped, or it could be the fucker that tried to attack my lab.
So, I want to be very clear because things are happening simultaneously. Kesh and Eric, do you enter the room?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you go to the rope, as I suppose, because Eric
No.
would have noticed it? No? Okay, so...
Yeah, I will point it out to Kesh, and that's when I will call for Bron.
Yeah, alrighty.
And we'll wait for Bron to
Bron
clank
is-
into the room.
2 rounds away, so you have about 12 seconds of Bron not being there. if you, Bron begins to return, and
Kesh will be like, Gabby? Gabby?
you do not hear anything. However, I imagine you're directing this at the rope in the ceiling. The rope, upon closer inspection, actually disappears not into the ceiling. It's not attached or even through the ceiling, but it disappears into a patch of air about 2 inches from the ceiling. You've seen this before. I think you've even utilized it before. Bron has it.
That's why Eric called for Bron as the resident rope expert.
Someone else. Nice.
You do all of this. Bron is about a turn away when Kesh and Eric, please make me dexterity saves.
Oh. Sorry, I moved it.
Nope.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh, 12. 12's not bad. Yeah.
14.
14. You both cop. You are going to cop 6 damage as a pair of oozes drop from the ceiling onto you. Please roll initiative. These are huge. These are very big oozes, much larger than anything you saw down in the roots. And yes, I will make notes and things. And...
I rolled in. Well, it's 11.
Mine was very close to a nat 20, but was not.
I don't imagine this room as being very large. So,
no.
What are the quarters like with us versus these massive slimes?
So these slimes are large creatures, 10 by 10 feet. They take up most of the floor space of a 10-foot area. The whole place is 25 wide. Is 25 top to bottom and 30 wide. So there are 2 of them that you can see. In fact, a third one drops from a different corner of the roof as this commences. They were aiming for you. If you weren't close to them, I will say one is... Sorry, just yanked your earbud out. One is... I'm going to say Kesh is there, currently. Eric is slightly further away from the rope, and Bron is coming. They occupy roughly the same space as you guys do. So, there and there. So Eric is near the door, and Kesh is a little bit closer in. And yeah, they are. It's more like a large puddle, but also has mass to it. When
you say they're occupying the same space as us, you don't mean that we are like engulfed?
No. Yeah, they're just sort of in the same square as you.
It's really crowded in here.
It is quite crowded. Initiative. We had a 15 from Bron.
11.
Kesh got an 11. Eric got a 6. And the oozes got a 14. With their -3.
I need to take a quick bio break, but I am last in initiative. So
very well. Well, we will actually, I was going to say, we will have a brakelet right now. So going back in 5 to 10, everybody. See you very soon, everyone.
The oozes.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Vast and ahoy, mateys, we be back for some more Humblewood. The gang has just encountered a whole bunch of oozes where there were not oozes before, which is a problem. Bron is going first in the turn order. Now that Eric and Kesh have had oozes drop upon them very rudely from the roof.
One could say we had a ooze awakening.
You could. A ruse. Awakening. Yeah,
Unfortunately,
unfortunately,
is an ooze.
Yeah.
unfortunately, Eric did not roll high enough to perceive them, which is why they got their surprise round on you. I know 23 was
With a
not
20.
enough. Yeah.
Whoa.
In fact, I
These
wrote
are stealthy ass oozes.
they were in cracks. They had actually sort of oozed into the bark of the tree. The Eric, looking around, you notice the bark of the tree in here is not looking healthy. It's looking really quite sickly in here. And yes, these things drop down on you. The large weight of sort of it is non-Newtonian fluid copping you in the back of the neck. And ow, very painful. Bron, you continue running. Your turn is basically getting there unless you do something else.
Well, okay. I guess my turn is getting there then.
You get there. You would have a bonus action as you enter the door. And you
I
would
don't
find
think
Eric standing next to the door, kind of with an ooze around his feet.
Okay, I can do this. This is not concentration, and it's a bonus action. I'll cast
Hey.
Sanctuary.
Aren't you already under it?
Yes, I am, but I can also target someone else.
Concentration, though.
It is not.
It's not. Very well, then.
No.
Yes,
So,
Steve.
in fact, because I feel like Eric is fairly competent in close quarters, I'm going to cast it on Kesh.
Very well.
Hey, Cash, you hear that? You're not competent in close quarters.
He has a point.
Rude.
I don't have a
No.
particularly good close-up weapon. I have a short sword.
So, Kesh, you may... it is your turn now. You are sort of in threat with an ooze. You can move away from it. And as you've got Sanctuary on you, it can't attack you. Well, it can reaction, but it can't hurt you with the reaction, because Sanctuary.
Cool. Well,
Sanctuary drops as soon as you attack, though. Just FYI.
how much room to maneuver do I have in here? It's
So
a small space.
if you go around this bench, you can get 10, 15 feet away from it.
Look, that seems like a sensible decision.
Yep, alright, Kesh goes up to the top corner.
I'm going to do like a flip over the table.
Yep. It lashes out with one of its pseudopods, and a sheen of bronze magic just sort of like forms very briefly into a sort of a window that it sort of bangs against just beyond Kesh, and Kesh lands, turns around, draws her longbow
Yeah, and 2 fire arrows into the ooze.
into the ooze.
Ooze?
Is it an ooze?
Is it an ooze? Ooze? Okay, that is a crit fail. That one's cocked.
Crit fail does not hit. I think that's
An 8 plus 11 is 19.
is plenty. Yeah, you
Cool.
hit with one of them.
Cool. So 1 arrow misses, 1 arrow hits. Look, I'll take it.
Do you do anything else? Cast a spell, for example.
Yeah, cast hunters.
Okay.
So it takes 6 plus 7. 13.
13 plus 4.
17 points of damage.
17 points of magical fire damage is what it takes, which it's not immune to. So,
Nahaha! Take that, ooze.
first ooze takes...
Damn you, Terrace! Oh, pork, we've got to roll with gravy and applesauce.
We have pulled lamb
I know,
in the
but
kitchen.
I can't eat that yet. I've got to wait.
17 damage on the first pudding. That's Karen's turn.
That's all I can do,
Yep.
really.
It also breaks the sanctuary on Cash, so the one that Cash just fled is absolutely going to pursue her, as it's its turn now. It sort of oozes its way over to her. And yeah, it's going to attack you. It makes a multi-attack. An 18 on the dice and a 15 on the dice.
Spiny shield!
Spiny-
in its oozy face.
Spiny shield is a solid idea. First level, second level?
Just first level for
First
now.
level? Alrighty.
Let's just see how...
Very well. So roll me a d8 then, because we've decided it's 1d8 rather than 2d4s.
7.
7 points of damage every time it attacks you. However, it is going to do a fair amount of damage to you.
Damn it.
Well, does a 20 hit? It does, doesn't it?
I do not have a 20 armor class. I'm a ranged character.
Bron does. That's the trick.
Don't forget that number subtracts from damage
Both
you
attacks.
take as well.
Yes.
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it does. You are correct. Oh! Look at those. Look at that. 2 8s, a 6, and a 7.
I hate it. I hate it a lot. Well, take away the 7, sir.
Yeah, all right. Very well. Fair enough. So you are going to take 2 8s is 16 plus 6, 22, and then 10 points of necrotic and 22 points of acid damage.
So the 22 is acid, and
yes.
then 10
is necrotic.
So 32.
From the first attack.
Ouch!
Then the second attack.
I like to think Kesh takes the blow and then, ow.
Then it takes a further 5 necrotic, and nowhere near as dangerous on the second one, which we take away 7 from as well. So a further 13 plus 5, so 18 all up, because you don't have resistances. And it takes 14 points of damage.
It just did 50 points of damage.
Yeah.
I might die if it does that again.
21. I did roll very well.
Oh well.
Jesus.
It has taken a fair old whack of damage.
Well, it's good to know how Eric really feels.
Now I can be the tip of the spear.
Crack of my ass!
Next is the one that's attacking Eric. And it's going to multi-attack you. Holy shit.
You just rolled a pair of 20s.
I did. I roll a pair of nat 20s.
Does that mean
those
that
dice
both of these
away.
attacks are going to be crits?
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
That's absurd.
That's fine because I just saw what happened to Kesh, so I am not going to cast Spiny Shield. I'm going to cast
Absorb elements?
Absorb Elements.
That's smart. What are you absorbing? Acid?
I don't think I can do necrotic, so
Yeah, right.
yes,
Ooze.
it is. And does casting it at a higher level do anything significant? No. So I'm just going to cast first level.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Kesh, you also take a permanent and cumulative -2 to your armor class.
What?
The armor is destroyed if the penalty reduces its AC to 10. You are wearing studded leather, so that's done it. Your studded leather has been
Wait.
destroyed.
Is it reduces it to 10 or to -10?
No, it's 10 is the wording of it. It hit her twice, so it did 2 -1s, which reduces it from a 12 to a 10, which means it's destroyed.
But I have a 17. Oh,
That's with your dex.
bugger.
Oh no, actually, it would be with your.
I imagine it would be.
Yeah,
I mean,
with your
what's the
armor
wording
class.
of it?
If it reduces its AC to 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, and my
so
AC
you've-
is
you've-
17.
Your AC is 15 now. But that's functionally just because you are you. That would be your AC would be 15 without the armor on. In fact, you kind of want to take it off now because any further damage to it will actually reduce your AC below what it should be. That is my inference of it, is if it reduces it below what it could be without the armor on, then the armor might as well just disintegrate. Because it's non-magical armor. Magical armor cannot be damaged by this, so Brons fine.
Kesh is going to need an upgrade.
The math on this, Eric, is a lot. Because this is going to be 8d8 maxed. 8 times 8 is 64. Plus what I roll. So
Well, it's a good thing that we just had 2 things of aid cast on us.
It is. It
boosted
is.
me above 100 hit points.
that's cool. So that's the first one I rolled very low.
Good. Used it all up on me.
Yeah, that's a total of 9 from the first 4d4s, 4d8s.
Would you mind holding on to this number and then give me all the numbers together after
Sure.
the second attack?
When absorb elements, does it absorb all acid damage for a round, or is it on one attack?
No, so it gives me resistance to the triggering damage type. So
Oh, right.
from now until the start of my turn, I am resistant to acid.
That's very good. Cool. So that is a total of, that's another 10, 18, plus 9, 27. 64 plus 27 is
Jesus Christ.
71, 81, 91 acid.
Yeah.
Apis, you saved the game before you walked in.
What did I say? 91 halved is 45. So 45 after halving it. Then it's then the necrotic, which is going to be 12, which is a further 12 plus 16, 28. 28 necrotic.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is
that's
that all
the
of the
damage.
damage?
That is all the damage.
Oh.
And the third one drops out of the ceiling. And that,
Motherfucker!
it was Eric. Eric, you're not. Are you wearing armor?
I was just looking that up. If I am, it's not. Yeah, it's studded leather. Oh no, it's magic. Because thanks to Bron.
Aha, yes.
My buddy Bron, it is studded leather of mind sharpening, I think.
Oh, okay. In which case, yours is fine. Sweet.
Yeah.
Kesh is just covered in acid going,
And Bron is standing at the door, and he is not he is sanctuaried. So the third one that drops out of the ceiling and attacks him, rolling a 12 and a 17, wouldn't have even hit anyway.
Well, you can still hit. You just got to pass my Wisdom 17 check, or you need to redirect your attack.
Well, as in, I have to make a wisdom save or a wisdom check.
Yes. If you target me, you make a Wisdom save, and then...
I would have failed.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're
The
not
third,
very wise, these things
so-
that are killing me.
Bron is at the door. The third one is right next to its ally, which is attacking Eric.
So if it fails its sanctuary save, can't it choose to target another creature instead?
It must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
In which case, it attacks Eric.
Yeah. It's okay, I'm still resistant to acid.
I genuinely don't think I'm going to hit with a 14.
No.
A 14 and an 18.
18 does hit.
Okay. So the acid damage, which we're going to half, is 10, 21.
Hey guys, I'm
So
actually tanking for once.
21, half to 10.
Okay.
And a total of 9 necrotic.
Okay. I'm on 10 hit points.
There we go.
The exact 10 that we got from the 2 age spells.
Hey, very nice. Very nice. Holy
Which I
shit.
cast thinking, oh, we're not going to need this.
This is going to be
is
so
just silly.
pointless. Double crits hurt. Yeah.
Lucky
I'm really
bastard.
glad Karen was sitting next to me because I would have felt really bad if I didn't have proof. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty, that's their turn. It's Eric's turn. Bring the pain. Ow.
Okay. From my knowledge of what happens in this lab plus looking around, is there anything here that I would feel bad destroying?
Probably.
Everything.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Well, the thing is, I kind of set fire to things. Is my thing.
Burn it all. Kesh is dying.
My
Cash is
plan!
dying. Some of it is fairly
Cash.
fire retardant. Some of
Okay.
it not so much. Like the bits of it that are used for forging and smithing are probably fairly resistant to fire. The stuff that's used for alchemy, which Bron doesn't really use, but you know, probably going to be a little expensive to replace. That being said, it has already been like fairly badly ruined by having slimes drop on it, to be honest. So yeah, there's probably not a lot in here that would not otherwise. It's already pretty broken.
Yeah. Okay. How hurt is Cash?
Not very.
Not as hurt as you.
Yeah.
'Cause,
I mean, that isn't saying much.
She had 90. She had 102.
2, and I lost 50. So I'm on 50%.
You lost 50.
I lost 50 hit points.
Yeah. Wow. Oh yeah, I did hit you twice.
Yeah.
Oh, not much. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I still have 52 left, so I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Those
not
extra
if you
10.
take another one of those hits.
I'm not.
You got
These
52
guys are
left.
critting
didn't you?
today.
Yeah, I have 52 left.
Yeah.
Look, this is just as much for me as it is for you. I am going to cast Mass Cure Wounds.
Solid. I
on
like it.
Smart.
us. Yeah. It is a 30-foot radius sphere, which I don't think is going to be terribly relevant. For
Nope.
what it's worth, I'm going to get me, Kesh, Bron, and Hope. Hope is also a valid target as a reminder.
Yep. Cool. And also, the Alderheart is technically within range if you're allowed another person. The Alderheart does not look
I
well.
can choose up to 6 creatures.
That was my thinking.
So yes.
Why not?
Yeah.
Just pump it into
Great.
that.
Yeah.
Cool. How much healing?
This will be not a lot, 3d8. But with Hope out, it's actually 4d8.
Nice.
On my plus my spell casting modifier. So let's do 4d8.
Big money. No whammies.
I'm gonna add 1d8 to this.
Yep. 21.
Woof.
That's not bad. Plus 2. 23.
So 23.
Cash goes up to 75. She's fine. Whinging about.
This looks like a burst of fire, which isn't functionally fire, but a burst of fire that kind of burns away
Oh, my
all the
lab.
acidy, the acidy bits and shit that have clung onto us.
Very well. Yes, it does. And this burst of fire also Cash's armor, which is she has clothes on underneath, but the armor just sort of falls off. Just sort of sloughs to the ground.
God damn it!
Ah!
What is it with naked map patches today? And I use my bonus action to get Hope to tell you what, teleport me the fuck out of there.
Valid.
Actually, Cash inside the room, like
Yes.
further
But
in than she is out.
She is as far in as she can be. She is closer to the other door.
I can Misty Step,
okay.
so
She can teleport. Yeah.
All right.
do yourself, man. I can get out if I need to.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Is Bron within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
Do not take me.
No, I'm not going to. But if I leave, then I damage you on my way out.
He is diagonally 5 feet. If you move forward, you could avoid being. Yeah, you could avoid it.
In fact, I don't even need to move. Hope can just be diagonal to me on
Yeah.
the other side of Bron.
Yeah.
Okay. Hope, let's go. And I'm going to grab onto her feet, and she is going to blamf me 15 feet, up to 15 feet out of the room.
So behind Bron?
Behind Bron.
Very well.
You've got a bronze shield.
Eric hides behind the not-so-squishy artificer. Hopefully. And they both things take some fire damage?
Yeah, they're both adjacent to me.
Yep. You have to be.
Okay.
Don't have
Oh,
to-
yes, because...
They
Yeah,
mellowed
sorry,
you.
I thought there was two. What about the one...
There is a third.
That attacked Kesh? Is that within 5 feet of me as well?
Technically, they are... yes, technically. Currently.
Okay, great.
Oh, no, sorry, it moved.
I-
It moved. You can only get
Okay.
2 of them.
That's fine. I'll take 2. They make dexterity saving throws. Yeah.
Ah.
Or take a huge 1d6 damage.
Well, look, they both got the better was a 9.
Yeah.
Having a negative 3 dex is not helpful.
Gosh.
4 plus proficiency bonus. What's
Which is
our
also
proficiency
4?
bonus at the moment? 4. Great. So 8.
All right. So these two take 8 points of damage. And yeah. Cool.
And
Go back.
just as a reminder, just as much for me as it is for you, these when a thing dies, it will leave a flame.
Yep. And Bron, it is your turn.
Amazing. This is what Bron is built for. I
It's like,
am
I've been
going
waiting for so long.
so long. I am going to cast Mirror Image, which also is
Hell yeah.
not concentration.
Yeah, boy.
So next round, I am actually going to cast my concentration defense spell. So with this one, after they have passed their wisdom saving throw, the first the first 3 hits will hit my duplicate and not me.
Very well.
Have a chance. They need to roll. You need to roll again to see what they hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's now 4 of me, and they don't know which is which.
Yeah. I imagine
still
this.
Surrounded by this
Yeah,
holy light.
and you're sanctuary. Yep.
No.
And anything else?
I think that's all I can do. What? Oh, actually, no. Because A did not give me temporary points, did it?
Nope, it
No.
didn't. Give you real ones.
Perfect. I'm going to turn the button instead of hitting it on my armor. And as a bonus action, I am going to get 9 temporary hit points.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Love it. Cool. It's Kesh's turn.
Cool. Cool. I think
Ooh.
this is a moment that calls for lightning arrow.
Hell yeah.
Which will transform my ammunition to a bolt of lightning. It takes 4d8 damage on a hit and half as much on a miss. And whether I hit or miss, every creature within 10 feet of the target must make a dexterity saving throw, and those take 2d8 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much.
If you do this at the one you're in, it's in threat with you, so you will be at disadvantage to hit it, but it's so easy to hit it. I wouldn't worry. You would be able to get both of the others and not Bron and Eric.
Love it. I'm absolutely doing that.
Cool.
Oh, Jesus.
That's just rolling the damage for you. 2, 2, 1, and 6 is a bit
That's some
shite.
fucking bullshit.
You don't add Hunter's Mark because this is a spell itself.
So they must pass a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save. Don't worry about anything else. Yep. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Oh, sorry. I think I have to make it a normal attack roll
Yes, you do. Yeah.
with disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Don't roll a 1.
3.
3 is fine.
Okay.
With your hit modifier,
Yeah,
it's
plus
fine.
9. So,
Their,
11,
their
sorry.
AC is 7.
I can't miss
You
them.
just have to not roll a 1. So they take the one you shot takes a relatively low 11 points of damage. So but this is the fun part. Um,
But its buddies.
but its buddies are going to take roll two more.
I'm gonna
They
roll-
both fail. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Pair of eights.
Pair of eights.
Very nice. 16 more lightning damage each, which means they have now all taken 24, both of those. You know what's really, really funny? And that was down to 42 points of damage. Kesh, you just doubled the number of opponents in the room. They use their reaction to split. Each, when a pudding that is medium or larger is subjected to lightning or slashing damage, it splits into 2 new puddings, as long as it has at least 10 hit points. Each new pudding has hit points equal to half the original puddings. So the one that is facing you is now 2 medium-sized ones that have... no, that much each.
I don't like this fight.
And the one in front of the 2 in front of Bron become 4 in smaller ones in front of Bron.
You can kind of hear Kesh from the corner going, God freaking damn it!
And because they had all taken the same, those both had taken the same amount of damage, they had now, all 4 of them have, they all have that much. Cool.
But they did take the damage. Did
they
take
took the
lightning
damage. They take the full. Oh. Yes, they do. Yes, these are not these things. Yeah.
Okay. Because I know that.
You happen to know that black puddings, lightnings are immune to lightning. These are not black puddings. I have modified them.
Cool.
These are death puddings.
Yeah.
Do you? That is a second spell,
I know, I can't.
and also lightning arrow is a bonus action.
Yeah, the attack is the action.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I can't do anything else except... So you're going to hear Cash in the corner, like, running through her vocabulary.
Yaha!
swear
Oh, fuck!
Such a cool spell!
Worked really well. What are you talking about? It did a fuck ton of damage.
Yeah, and split him into multiples.
Yeah.
It's okay. This is a good thing. More targets for me to hit with AoE.
Yes. Then it's the oozes' turns. The oozes, now because they are smaller, they don't get multi-attack, but there are still the same number of attacks coming at you at the same strength. So, Kesh is still going to get 2 attacks on her as the things at her feet crowd in around her, needing only 15 AC to hit now. 17 and a 14 on the dice, that's 2 more hits, but no crits. Here we go. 10.
Throwing all Josh's dice.
22. 22 acid from the first one. I'm just going to roll all the acid together. 32, 26, 32, 34. And a pair of 7s. 34, 48 acid damage. 48 acid damage. And a further 7, 13 necrotic.
I believe that makes me 1 hit point.
Oh,
Oh no!
you had 75. How much did
4
I do?
hit points.
Cash is down to 4 hit points. That aid really came in clutch.
And my mass cure wounds.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, it's the only reason I'm not unconscious right now.
Yeah, no. And so these things, they're going to make 4 wisdom saves to try and attack Bron. Let's find out.
My brain just went, it's like, I split all the oozes in twain!
The best I got was a 15.
The 17 was what you needed.
All right, so none of them can attack Bron, which means they all ooze past Bron into the corridor because they can move through a space only an inch wide and attack Eric.
Bron, you might be the last man standing here.
They can't hurt you, so why are they not going to bother?
That's very funny.
So, let's find out.
Hey, DM, I'm gonna cast Absorb Elements if any of them hit me.
Could you fuck all the way off? He just
Okay.
rolled 2 20s, a 17,
And a 12.
and a 12.
Does a 15 hit?
No.
Okay, so I hit with 3 of them. 2 of them were crits.
Yep.
I'm going to say that the order in which they happen. How much hit points does Eric have?
You don't know. if this is gonna kill Eric, then let's fucking kill Eric.
All right.
I don't want you like.
It's like, sorry, Julio, we were
Throwing us
going
a
to save
softball.
you, but we're all dying in Brons workshop.
I don't know what you're talking about. Bron's fine.
Bron is
Bron will go.
absolutely fine. Yeah, okay. Well, this is going to kill Eric then. I sincerely doubt. I'm going to do it in the order I want to do it. Which means Eric is. I'm going to roll the damage for the first one, which is 5. You're casting absorbing elements. So
I am. Yeah.
yep, that is 9 acid, which you half to 4, and then 11 necrotic.
Okay.
And then the crits, either of which will be enough to just knock you out. So the first one knocks you unconscious, and the second one takes 2, auto fails 2 death saves.
Well, yes, but I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna say the first one will have the resistance, but it's not gonna make the difference anyway.
I'll roll it. Yeah.
How badly are you going to die?
10, 11, 17 plus 32.
Yeah, no.
That's
No.
the acid halved. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I get knocked out. I think that you should roll the damage on the third one because I mean it's not a high chance, but like
Yep. All right.
if the damage of this one attack hits my max, then doesn't that just kill me outright?
It does technically, yes. I don't think I can. It's the maximum possible is 64 plus 11, so 75.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Alright,
possible.
then
So yeah, you just take you
But I do
failed
get-
2 death saves. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they can't attack Bron. And they couldn't reach Kesh. She is too far away from them. So, yeah, that's their turn. Eric, it is your turn.
Okay.
What do we do if Eric dies?
You cast Revivify on him. 14! I only said it out loud because A, it popped up on the screen, and B, if he'd failed, he would have died.
I love that this would have been what takes us out.
Yeah, random fucking oozes.
Oh, they're not random. There's a reason for this. Back to the top of the order. Bron, do something proactive.
Oh no.
Hold on. I'm
Oh,
just trying
I apologize.
to figure out if Hope
Yeah.
goes away. But I think she stays. Yeah. Yeah. If I'm incapacitated, the spirit can take any action.
What does she do? I apologize.
Yeah. I was gonna say she takes me and teleports me away.
I think she would.
But that has been proven to not be effective.
Well, yeah, all right.
Can't get you far enough.
But it's actually the most effective attack she has anyway. To be
Yeah.
honest.
It's an area effect.
Yeah.
They are clustered
so-
around you.
Yeah. So she will do that.
Very well.
And she will teleport me towards a more open area. So
you're in the chapel.
Into the workshop.
You are in the
Okay.
chapel. If she would wanted to, so you're in the most open area. Yeah. You are
Yeah, so
about a
she
quarter
will
of the way
teleport me
across it.
further.
She will teleport you further across the chapel. That will mean they will have to choose between going towards you or going towards Bron. And yeah.
Do we go for the corpse or the guy we can't hurt?
Yeah. Well, they would attack the one that is still doing stuff. But if he is further than 20 feet away, they can't then choose to go for somebody else, is my point. So, yeah. Eric, please roll me a d6 plus proficiency for the damage. They make the saves, but they'll have to do very well to pass it. Oh, actually, I reckon they do. A couple of them are going to make this.
17
Minus...
dex.
Actually, no. I got a 16 was the best. I got a 19 on the dice. They need a 20 to pass it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
6.
I got max
Wow.
damage. So
Max damage, so 10.
fire damage to them all.
10 fire damage to all of them. Wow. Oh, cool. That they did not like that. In fairness,
And she will
they
fly up.
leaving your body on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, you don't want her to drop you.
No. She teleports me and then she flies up.
Flies upwards. Very well. Cool. Bron, it is your turn.
Great. I am going to cast haste on myself.
You do that.
Increase my AC by 2. So I'm now at 23. And as the extra hasted action of this turn, I am going to walk quickly over to the slimes gathered around where Eric was, and I'm going to attack.
Very well.
Cool. I'm going to use my Thunder Gauntlets. Great, cool. So for the first one, let's roll it. It's a dirty 20 to hit.
Hits.
Great.
Don't roll a 1.
Yeah. I've got a plus 10 to hit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
cool.
They have an
It
AC
does-
of 7. You just need to hit them. Yeah. 9.
I got 9 thunder damage
Love it.
for the first one. And then for the second one, I will choose a different slime. 17 to hit.
Hits.
And does 11 thunder damage.
Oh.
And both of those now have disadvantage on attacks against anyone except me.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done that 5 minutes ago.
Very well.
Wait, I'm then going to use Second Wind
Love it.
and
Do it.
have another turn. So,
Look,
will you
hey,
allow me to to split? Like, when I take the attack action, I do 2 attacks. Can I attack the third slime, move, and then attack another slime, or do they need to be in the same
They are all
spot?
clustered around you. Like you're standing in the center of them.
But
So
one
you
of them's
don't-
near Cash.
Oh, no. Sorry, there are 4 near you. And then 2 more near Cash, which is quite a ways away.
Okay. Well, let's just
Well,
hit the 2 I
about
haven't-
35 feet away. You're hasted. You probably... But you have already moved 15 feet of your 60. So you could make it to Cash. But there are 2 left to attack already.
But I just mean,
just-
like, is it allowed mechanically for me to do
Yeah.
one of my attacks and then try and
Yeah.
help Cash?
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. I'll do that. I'll hit the third one, who's nearest Eric. I will try to at least. I will roll a 23 to hit. And
That's-
I will do 10 damage. And then I will move over to the one nearest Cash and...
So you are leaving one of the others behind? There is 4 that were going for Eric. You've punched 3 of them. None of them are dead, I want to be very clear. But one of them hasn't been punched at all yet.
No, I should punch the one nearest Eric.
Leave
because
it.
we don't want it attacking Eric.
You don't. Particularly as
No.
you're about to fuck off.
Yeah.
What is this cowardice?
So yeah, all right. I'll target the one nearest Eric. Sorry, Cash, I'm coming. And if it's all right, if you accept the roll that I already made, it's a 24 to hit.
I do accept it, just don't roll once. They're so easy to hit.
And I'll
A
do 13
13.
thunder damage.
So,
And
they're
then
all up.
I'm
They're all still up.
But I'm going to say that was my hasted attack, so I can cast a spell with my normal action.
Holy shit. Okay, yeah.
And
Bone-
I'm going to
Action Surge.
no,
Does Action Surge stack with haste?
It does.
Does it? Okay.
You get another.
But what probably doesn't stack is casting 2 spells
That's
with an
true.
action.
No, so
Two
one-
leveled spells.
I haven't cast. Well, is it an extra
You did.
turn that you get?
No, you just double the number of actions you can take on your turn.
Action surge, 1 additional action. Okay. Nuts. Oh well. I was going
You
to cast
can.
Blink.
Punch more people.
You don't need more defensive team buffs.
Yes, I do.
As cool as it is, I think
They
there are
had-
some other
Help!
priorities.
I've dropped my sanctuary. I need to disappear into the ethereal realm between turns so they can't hit me.
Let them try,
But if
then
they-
they won't hit me!
But if
Have
they
4
do,
mirror images, which all punched 1 slime each.
Oh, that's exactly what happened. Yes.
yeah, it was simultaneous as well. It was all boom.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's keep track. I've cast haste. I've done my hasted attack. I've used action surge to do another attack. So that's all I can do this turn.
Yes,
To be fair, it was quite a lot.
it was good.
Yeah.
Kesh, it's your turn. There are 2 next to you. They're both quite badly hurt.
Sorry, I just want to quickly shout out some things in chat, which I think happened a while ago, but I wanted to shout out. Avis said, you guys saved the game before you walked in here, right?
Yes.
And Bishop Blood said, this is what happens when Julio is not here to be thrown into the meat
Yes.
grinder.
100%.
Trying to
Yeah.
do stuff.
Our punching bag is not here.
No.
Yeah. And also, Watchful Wizard corrected us. I think you said second wind. When you
Yeah, I meant action surge.
Yeah.
100%. Good catch.
Yes.
Which I didn't catch it. I heard you say second wind too. I'm
Oh,
like,
we all
okay,
knew
makes sense.
kind of what he meant, though.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah.
There we go.
It's because action surge effectively does give you a second turn,
Yeah.
and the
What do you
term
want?
second wind has second in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's absolutely confusing. Ooh. The hell?
Okay. What's happening?
We're getting a little glitch on our end. Look. I think my best bet is to just shoot them with fire arrows
It
and hope for the best.
Really is. Your hunter's mark has probably dropped.
Oh,
The
yeah.
amount of damage you have taken.
Yeah,
You
it's
could-
definitely dropped. Definitely dropped. But I'm keeping that bonus action in case I need to Misty Step.
Very well.
They will both hit. It's 8 and a 15. Oh, sorry, it's a disadvantage. So 8, it'll hit. So it will take. Fuck off. 8 points of damage. Which one assumes is not enough to
No,
kill it.
absolutely not. No.
Okay, we'll try and do it again.
What the fuck, Sirenscape?
But I do hit it again. And that time it will take 13 points of damage.
It dies. One of them dies.
Cool!
Go, catch.
Hang on.
What? Misty Step is a
Misty
bonus
Step is a
action.
bonus action, but
Action for gaseous form.
yeah, cool. I want to Misty Step somewhere as far away from the slimes as I can get from.
You can teleport to the other corner of the room. That would basically put you in a place where it can't reach you on its turn.
That'd be great. I do that.
You teleport to the far corner. Yeah.
I poof and appear in the corner, be like, my arm is falling off me.
Yep. You do that.
I smell like burning map patch fur.
Yeah.
Eric's ghost has arms folded, saying, "Oh, that sounds terrible for you."
Just to comment in chat, I guess we know now how Eric's getting to the death plane.
Yeah.
Cool. Whose turn is it now?
It is the oozes' turn.
Cool. Let's try and not die.
So that last one is going to use its action to get closer to you, but it has to use its action to get close enough to attack you in melee. So you're in threat once again, but there's only one left in the room with you. The other 4 are going to attempt to hit Bron.
Really wish I had some grenades right about now. Grenades would be good.
One of them actually passed the wisdom save.
It doesn't need to anymore because I've attacked them.
Oh, in which case...
Sorry.
In which case, I got an 18 and a 25 to hit.
Ooh, let me just see. Unfortunately, my armor is at 23. I didn't bring
I want to be clear,
shield.
I critted.
Yeah, okay. Well, fair, I guess. By 2. Yeah.
But now that one. Wait, you critted again?
Yeah.
We were going to glance over that.
I am rolling a lot of dice.
I can see them, and it is driving me crazy.
No, I believe it.
It's actually the one that rolled off the table earlier.
I just want to jostle your dice tray a bit or something.
So you
But
need...
yeah, don't forget they need to roll to hit mirror image.
Yeah.
So roll a d20, and if you roll
16 or higher.
a 6 or higher, then it does not hit me.
I roll. Okay. Well, Karen.
Did you crit?
He rolled another 20.
Great.
Which means I don't hit. Yeah. One of your mirror images blamps away.
Hey.
Okay, this is what we're doing. We're burning his crits.
Yeah.
It was the same dice too.
Karen, can you please remove that dice from Josh?
Yeah, I'm confiscating it.
I'm gonna add in the glass one now instead.
You should try rolling it instead. See if it works.
Good idea, actually. I'm gonna roll it.
Very well.
Watch me roll a fucking 1 on
Watch
my
me
next
roll.
go.
Watch me nay. All right. Yeah. The rest of them all tried.
I think
Yeah. No shit. It's unresponsive. That's why it's all glitchy.
so. We're just gonna let Sirenscape have a moment.
I think the server was really struggling there. Alrighty. Because it was actually quite distracting for me. The other ones, that's it. That's their turn. Eric, please, if you have dice to hand, please roll it. Please roll it stealthily. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because this will be whether or not you die or not.
Yeah. Look, I am going to do that. I need to go and get some dice, but I think that's important. But
I think that's fun.
Go and find those. Yeah, I'll
Yep.
get the dice, and I will message.
Tell
you
us what Hope does.
Hope will do the same. She will go to the nearest clump of enemies and teleport.
That will cop Bron in it as well, unless you move him.
Fuck him, he hasn't taken any damage.
That is true.
I mean, if Bron himself is surrounded by the enemies, then she would just take him.
Yep.
Oh, get away!
It's fine. You'll go 15 feet and be able to just move back to them and start hitting them again.
No,
That's
you know what
true.
she does? She swoops down, takes him, teleports him 5 feet up, and then he drops back down on them.
Yeah.
Superhero landing!
Boom. Yeah. Cool. Roll me that d6.
You're giving me so many favourite moments tonight, Brendan.
Yeah, good.
3.
I mean, this is going to be Eric's
This
final
actually-
episode.
This actually kills one of them.
Hey!
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh,
the very last one, Bron punch, dies.
And a little fire
And a little flame
emerges from it.
pops up. Yep. Cool. Yeah. All right. Roll me that death save, and let's go back to Bron. Bron lands.
Oh, no, sorry. The flame doesn't happen. It needs my reaction. And you can't use reactions when you're incapacitated.
Yeah. Now we know.
I'm going to disappear for a sec to
Very
grab
well.
a real dice.
Go for it. Bron, what do you do?
I start punching.
Super fast.
Speed.
Yeah.
It's just one, because it's thunder damage, so it's just one long boom of thunder.
This huge rumble. Yeah.
Yeah, so I make 4 attacks.
Love it.
against the remaining 3. So I
Sure.
just will pick one first of all. Oh, it's a nat 20.
It dies.
Amazing.
The
It's
auto
just
damage is enough. Yep.
amazing.
Finally, someone else is critting.
How do you do it?
Yeah. So
Is this the landing as it happens?
This
You
is
land
the
on. Yeah.
landing. Yes.
Yes!
And just with 2 hands, whoosh, into the floor. The
And
other
it-
one. Yes, I rolled a 4 for a 14.
Yep. Hits.
Amazing. I do.
It's fully
8
twice what you
out of
needed.
8 damage, so 14 damage.
14 damage. Also kills the second one.
Sure.
They all only have the most had 11 left.
Oh, wow.
If you had punched each of them twice, they would have died. Like you.
Cool. And there's a third one still.
Yes. There are 2 left.
Right.
One is next to Cash.
Cool. 15 to hit.
Yep.
And a 9 damage.
Ooh, this one does not die. There's 1 hit point left.
I can't, in good conscience, let it hit Eric. But there's not much more I can do, so I guess I just punch it.
Yeah.
It has 1 hit point. I do 24 to hit.
Don't fuck it up. You die. It dies. How do you do this one?
This is just so he's landed and he's hasted, so it's almost like he's just spun and punched in a circle, boom, 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 and managed to hit all 3. And this last one is like a wind up as he's spinning, and
Yeah.
just right into the wall.
Love it. You still have 60 feet of movement and your bonus action.
I don't know what I can do. I can't do 2-weapon fighting with fists. That's silly. But I can just run threateningly at the last ooze.
Hey, you there!
You run back into your workshop and it's standing
Point.
next to the door between you and Cash. It's sort of
Yeah.
menacing her. Cash has her bow drawn. Cash...
Can I stand in between Kesh and it?
No, it's sort of right up
Okay.
in her face.
It's up in my George Foreman.
Yep.
Cool. So that's all I do.
I love it. Cool. And Karen, it's your turn.
I would like to shoot this prick, please.
Do you Hunter's Mark it or not?
Look, at this point, I think it's almost dead, so...
All right.
And neither of them are 1, so it hits.
Yep.
And it takes,
Nice.
8 plus 7.
15.
15 points of damage on the first shot.
Nice. It's still up.
Definitely hits on the second.
My dice is rolling well for her, guys.
It
Not
is,
crits,
it
but it
is.
is rolling.
That one was a 4 plus a 7, so 11 points of damage on the second shot.
Karen, it dies.
Thank fuck!
Bron is immune, but the other 2 are very badly hurt. Eric is Brendan. Is Eric alive?
Excellent.
Yes.
But for how long? We are out of turn order, but the next person who has a go is Eric. Because Cash just done all of her actions.
I don't
can't-
know if I can actually.
So then
How do you
There you
do?
go.
An 11. Or he's still up.
Stabilizes.
He stabilizes because he passed 3. Yeah.
3.
Boom!
Very nice.
Not going to the death plane like that!
Not today, Satan.
Not today, Uzathi.
The big indicator is actually the fact that Hope is still around.
Yeah.
Because Eric is Hope's tether to this plane.
Yeah.
So if you died, she
she would have screamed and turned to ash.
Oh.
So yeah, she is probably fluttering around very anxiously. In fact, she probably flies over to Kesh and like teleports her.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Cash, you get teleported 15 feet closer to Eric, who is lying supine, unconscious in the middle of the floor of the chapel, where there has been the tracks that these oozes left in the ground is very clear. It has definitely not been good for the tree. Puddles of black matter are just sort of left on the ground. And you are squawking, ported, past 3 Brons standing in a line, looking fire. Hello!
Love what you did with the armor. And I'm going to burn my remaining first level spell slots to make some good berries.
Okay, yeah.
That's
right.
Cure
She doesn't
wounds.
have... Oh, well, yeah. So Cash is making good berries, and then Bron just sort of appears next to her, all 3 of him, and just cast Cure Wounds on Eric.
The fact that Bron could have cast Cure Wounds the whole time but decided to punch instead is very funny.
Look, I respect the
That could have been
hustle.
the difference between Eric dying.
Yes.
Cash has
Yeah.
Revivify.
Yeah, so do I. You get 10 hit points.
Yeah.
Cool.
Eric wakes back up. It's
Oh, good.
I'm going to say that Eric does not wake up.
very well. But his breathing stabilizes and
Cash kind of collapses on the floor next to Eric and just is kind of just eating good berries. Oh, that hurt. And I'm gonna need some new armor. Good work, Bron. Amazing.
That was fun.
Oh, yes. Oh, am I still sizzling?
Yes. So is the tree.
I'm gonna do some mending / druidcraft to kind of try and patch up my clothes.
Yeah.
And then the tree.
Mending won't work on the tree. Druidcraft will help a bit, but you need to move the puddles. There also is the question of Gabby.
Gabby,
Yeah. Oh,
you alive?
we are.
Bron, you hear nothing.
Oh god. And Kesh is gonna kind of stagger off towards the workroom, like leaving the last smouldering remnants of her armor.
Bron still has haste, and
Yeah.
therefore pretty difficult to hit in his armor.
Yeah.
I don't think he noticed the rope though.
No.
No.
He
Eric
could.
pointed it out, but he didn't get there. in
Bron
time.
wasn't there when he did
Yeah,
it.
he wasn't in the
yeah.
room. Kesh knows it's there.
Yeah.
And like
So Bron
3
is going to
Brons
search
zoom
at
past.
light speed the whole place.
Yeah. Bron, make an investigation or perception check.
You're just turning into Quicksilver.
Yeah.
An 18. You do spot it. To Cash, it would seem like you spot it as soon as you enter the room. You don't. For you, it's several seconds afterwards.
It's like the squirrel from Over the Hedge.
Yes! The squirrel was the only
For
good
some
bit of that movie.
reason, I'm thinking of Dash. Is it Dash? from
Yes.
Yes,
Incredibles.
yeah.
Incredibles.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Bronze fur is all swept back. Creepy says Karen looks really cozy this morning, evening. Yes.
Yeah.
The current setup we have, creepy, because our internet just cannot really support separate computer streaming, as Karen is sitting next to me using my second webcam. Yeah. I actually kind of like it. The only problem is John and Brendan can't see her because she's not in the Zoom call.
I'm invisible.
So they can hear her, but they can't see her.
There was a bit last session where I was rolling a dice all over my face, and they had no idea that
No
was
one knew.
happening.
Yeah.
This session I'm watching via Twitch as well, so I can see you.
But it's out of date. Yeah. Anyway, so yes, Bron goes in, notices the rope hanging out of a void in the ceiling.
Rope trick. We know this.
Artifice.
Oozes can't cast this. This must be where Gabby
Unless
is.
this is a rope ooze.
Yes, you grab it, the ooze, and it becomes a snake. And yeah, no. You're holding it. It's grappling you now. Yeah, what do you do?
I'm gonna head up the rope.
You head up the rope. You stick your head in. You find an unconscious Corvum woman.
Oh.
Patches of feathers have been seared away. She has been very badly hurt.
Oh,
She's breathing, but barely.
I immediately cast either Revivify or Cure Wounds, whichever
She's alive. She is alive.
Okay, so it doesn't need Revivify.
Yeah.
I do another Cure Wounds.
You cast Cure Wounds.
Actually, I'm going to get her out and then cast Cure Wounds.
Yep. You do that.
7 hit points.
You clamber down as Kesh enters, basically, sort of staggers into the room, finds Bron super fast but kind of gently, carrying Gabby down the rope. And heals her, lays her out on one of the benches and heals her. Gabby's eyes sort of flutter open and she goes, Bron,
Oh my goodness, she's alive.
I'm so sorry about your workshop.
What? No. You are far more important than the workshop.
Oh, that's kind of you to say. I'm really sorry. Where's... Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
We're alive.
There are oozes. There were 3.
Oh,
Not anymore.
there were 6 for a while, and now there's none.
Oh, good.
They're squishy.
Oh, thank gosh. All right.
Eric's passed out, but I'm sure he'll be fine.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he'll live.
The sight
Right.
of blood, just...
It takes Kesh like way too long to get that you're making a joke. She's like, huh?
I think Gabby and Kesh both sort of, what?
What happened?
She tries to get up, sort of goes to sit up, and sort of, oh no, oh. I was trying to. The things you gave me, they were super powerful, but actually really hard to work with in their current form. I was trying to make them into a more usable form, trying to make them more mutable. And in fairness, I succeeded so well, but too well, really. And I forgot. Well, I suppose I didn't really know that what I was working with was an actual piece of the death plane. So I kind of woke it up.
Oh.
Yes, that would have been good to know before you started working on it.
In fairness, they'll work.
So...
Wait. You need to harvest it. We need to get it now. Otherwise, it'll be... Firstly, it'll be... Where is it? It'll be really bad for the tree if it touches it.
Is that the ooze?
Yeah, the ooze is death. It's literal death.
We should...
Does anyone have prestidigitation? Kesh is gonna like...
That won't work.
Kesh is gonna like grab like any kind of cloth that's lying around and like start sponging up.
Demon!
To be fair, I was thinking this beforehand. I think that Hope probably would have been trying to burn the goo off the tree.
Yep. Hope would then have been doing that. You probably don't want her doing it. You need this stuff. I know Eric isn't there to do it. Yeah, I know, but yeah, I'm just saying, Bron and Kesh, if you see Hope doing this, and she is very insistent on it, she is part of the plane of fire, which hates the death plane.
Slow down,
Hope.
Hope. We just need to keep a bit of that. And Kesh tries to find like an unbroken beaker to like
Scoop it into.
Bron's got a water skin.
Okay. It's
Mark that
acidic.
one.
You don't have it anymore. So, the way harvesting works in my games, because I use the Heliana's Guide to Monster Hunting harvesting rules, you have 2 people, 2 harvesters. One is somebody making a survival check with their dexterity rather than their wisdom. So if you're proficient with survival, you add your proficiency, but otherwise it's a dex check. Kesh would be probably the best person to make that one. The other person makes an arcana check. The arcana person is essentially telling the harvester what to do. So Bron is the only one awake, so Bron can make an arcana check. Kesh can make a survival dex check.
Cool.
11 plus...
Your survival is proficiency plus 4. So 15 from Kesh.
17 from me.
And a 17 from Bron. The number you needed was 30. Between you got 32. So you successfully got 3 vials of the stuff. If you had failed, you would have only gotten 2 vials of the stuff before either Hope burns it all away or it sort of just alien blood its way through the tree.
Suboptimal.
You managed to harvest 3 oozes worth of ooze. Which is just enough to make the stuff you need. You managed to find 3. Then none of them are unbroken. One of them is unbroken, but the other 2 is.
I've got mending, so
that, yeah. You managed to cobble together 3 kind of okay beakers, full of the stuff. And Gabby sort of lies back there. Okay, good. I'm just gonna. I might need a little minute.
Yep.
And then
I also need a little minute.
Should we all
maybe,
I've got some more cure wounds. We've got beds. We can lie down.
I think Bron, honey, and she takes your hand, says, "Could you go and get dinner?"
Yeah.
Maybe some food, and then tomorrow morning you and I and maybe Kesh and Eric can work on these things a bit more.
Yeah.
Let me not leave you on the floor though before I go.
Oh,
Let me see you in a chair or lying down or whatever, and then I can
Okay.
go get food.
All right.
I'm gonna help both of them.
Yeah. Kesh is mobile on her own, though probably wouldn't.
Kesh will go get Eric onto, a bed and she'll probably have to half drag him because I think he's bigger than she.
Yes, creepy, very demure, very mindful.
Hope will help with like the head if you get the feet.
If you're picking up Eric.
Yeah.
I was going to say Hope just teleports Eric to a bed. Like, it may have to take several hops, but Hope just sort of ports Eric where she thinks he needs to go.
And Kesh will throw a blanket over you and then find somewhere for her to go kind of collapse on and just
A fire
breathe.
retardant blanket.
Yeah. So I think you would still be in the chapel. None of you go very far.
Oh, no. I do not have going anywhere else on me right now.
Let me not leave you on the floor. Let me sweep you off your feet. It's adorable. Yeah.
Stop.
So what's funny, Bron, John, is that for the longest time, everyone was shipping Gabby and Eric. They're both Corvum, and she was kind of into him, but
because
yeah,
the
the
DM
armor.
specifically
What?
invented her
what
to
fuck with you.
to make his love interest.
Yeah.
It's the armor. She sees the feathers.
Oh,
That's
it is. Yeah, I mean, there is that, but it's definitely the like-minded. Yeah. So you help her to a sort of a recliner, where she lines up the 3 vials of ooze and just sort of looks at them for a while, like studying them, like having thoughts and ideas. You can see the sort of Sherlock Holmes stuff going on around her head, like equations and things. You can't really, but that's...
I'm gonna say, Gabby, this is all very well and good, and I'm gonna hand Gabby like a notepad and a pen, and I'm gonna drag the table slightly out of reach. She can still see it, but not within touching distance.
I wasn't going to play
You're
with
like-
them.
Good, but this is gonna make sure that you're not gonna play with them.
All right.
Yeah, I know this.
He's got your number, Gabby.
No, I've learned my lesson with these particular little fuckers.
The death pain sucks.
You think? Yeah.
Tastes like
Yeah,
burning.
yeah, it's real bad, guys. Yeah.
Gabby picks up a little twig. Actually, she pulls a pencil out of her top pocket and gives it to Hope, which it burns immediately, and Hope just sort of starts chewing it. And she says,
snack for her.
and she goes like, "Good job, Hope. Good job.
Yeah, good gold star, Hope. Gold star.
Looking out for everyone." I'm just gonna pass out now. Bron, if snacks happened at some point, that'd be awesome.
Oh yes.
I also love it when there's 3 of you. That was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
During this, your haste would have stopped, and you would
Yeah.
be super lethargic for like
Yeah.
6 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Do
And
you
I
have
think
this much energy all the time? No.
no. I think we'll leave it there unless Eric would like to wake back up, but I don't think so. I think that's a great place to leave it. Alrighty. Well, let's leave it there then, ladies and gentlemen, and other beings of non-determinate other bits. So I think we need to do our favorite moments, everyone. What was the best bits of the session? I think this one was replete, and I can scrumple up that map.
But it was so beautifully drawn.
Y'all can fuck off. No. Suspicion blood. Alrighty, I need a D4 in chat. I'm 1, Karen's 2, Brendan's 3, and John is 4. Not the precious art. He has crayons. How fucking dare you? It was a Sharpie. It wasn't even, it was this old Sharpie I found in my work, in my, toolbox a while ago. That's a 2. Favorite cash moments. Favorite Karen. I'm going to go first. Leaving Trish a present. Leaving the little feather. That was cute as heck. I'd forgotten you had those. That was adorable. Yeah.
I'm gonna add to that a little bit because it was just the whole conversation for me. Like, you came in with such a different expectation, but still the friendship that your characters had won out immediately, and there was no real risk of the wrong thing happening or a miscommunication because you were just doing it well, and I loved it.
Yeah.
For me, it was the lightning arrow, which I thought was actually a really cool idea, and at first seemed really cool and really effective.
It seemed like
I have no blame on Karen. Most players would not know. I mean, I didn't even know what kind of creature this was anyway until Josh told us. So I guess this favorite moment is for me to encourage you not to give up on trying cool stuff just because this time it terribly backfired.
It didn't. It didn't backfire at all. It actually dealt 2 extra points of damage because some of them had an uneven number of hit points, and it rounds down when they split. It didn't reduce their combat effectiveness at all. Because the split ones don't get multi-attack. This is a souped-up black pudding ooze but I have given it. I've removed its damage immunity to lightning and gave it necrotic immunity instead. I also made its damage be. I switched its bludgeoning to necrotic and kept the acid. So that is a CR4 monster, and I put 3 of them against a party of 3 level 11s. It was supposed to be quite a challenge. Frankly, if the Bron. Kesh was playing tag with it and would have run out of spell slots eventually, but a single level 11 character fighting a level 4 black pudding, that's about right. I think I balanced it pretty damn well, but we're not talking me favorite moments.
If they hadn't gotten 3
crits
crits
so many
on Eric, then
there is
he
that.
could have nuked them all with fire and holy. But Karen, that was really good thinking with the lightning arrow. I appreciate that, and I appreciate
Thank you. Terrace has just said they're going to bed, so quickly, Terrace, before you go, I'm making a witch's hat. Halloween. I saw you posted in chat you wanted to know what I was making, and I wanted to wait until I'd finished the brim, but then I had to unravel half of it because I fucked it up, so there you go, that's my witch's hat.
Love it.
That's what I've been quietly working on.
And if you want to check out Terrace's crochet, you can see it in the Hung, Drawn and Quartered. Terrace is crocheting dice bags at the moment. They're very cute. Cool. Favorite self?
Oh gosh.
Get surprised by this when...
No, because I realized you guys kind of took all the things.
Just say one of those things.
I mean, leaving the feather. Yeah, like
Leaving the letter generally was a good idea.
yeah,
I was glad
writing
you
her
did.
a note, I think, was nice. I really liked.
If you could,
I
at some point, write Rach, like message Rach the actual letter.
Oh yeah, totally.
That'd be handy.
Yeah, I think it like I loved and hated how the lightning arrow worked out. Because had that like done what I wanted it to do, that would have been so badass. And it kind of, sort of did, a little bit.
It did a butt ton of damage.
Yeah. Yeah. Just taking so much damage so quickly.
Yes.
My armor getting shredded and falling off, and just getting utterly like I don't often like get into battles because I'm the ranged person. I don't often get utterly destroyed. Utterly destroyed.
Gonna need some new armor.
Well, actually, that's kind of a good point. Like, we have proven that this group is incredibly good when we have preparation.
Yeah.
But an ambush, this is probably the first time we got ambushed like this, and it almost destroyed us.
Yeah. Admittedly, you didn't have the damage sponge Julio around, so, you know, there's that.
Yeah, and like lightning arrow is really my only kind of area effect thing.
Yeah.
I have. I don't think I have any kind of other area effects.
Yeah, you don't
damage
have...
spells. Like, a lot of mine are buffing spells rather than...
If only we gave you a gun.
I was really hoping Stephen would come into play today, but no.
I forgot. I was having so much fun punching things.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
The punching was great.
It's just like, yeah. Takes Bron like 5 turns to get going, but when he gets going, oh boy. So you can't hurt me at all. If you can even decide to hit me.
Yeah. I like that for the best.
Creepy as fellow DM goes, I love them talking about not being good with ambush and having less area effect spells, and meanwhile, DM is like, yes, I know.
Yeah, this was 10 hours in the making of Josh going through our character sheets to be like, what can I exploit?
Dead set no.
Josh is not like that.
Even I get lucky sometimes. Alrighty, I need a D3 in chat, please. The boomstick will have its day. Well, we'll see. I think this is Schrodinger's boomstick. I'm not even sure it exists at this point.
You know what would be great is the boomstick doesn't get used at all during the campaign, and then on our official final episode, so we go to shoot it in anticipation.
It doesn't work.
And then you.
Oh, it goes to black. Cut to black. Yeah. That was a D3 I saw, and we got a 3. That's Bron.
Bron. Let me.
I've got one, but you can
go for it.
Go first if you've got it, Karen.
I'm gonna go with the first one that I wrote down, and I'll add the extras if I have time. I loved John's immediate. I wonder if artificers can make bags of holding. It's like, well, now you mention it, I reckon I could do that.
And to be clear, what John said earlier about the thing being eating, like it's being that's actually a bag of devouring, which is different.
But that is an orifice, which is hilarious.
Yeah. You know where we are near snails? Yeah, I actually kind of like that. I was like, I've never seen a snail before. It's really cute.
I think he's really, really a town.
He's a city boy. Yeah. This man, Eric, wanting to set fire to his lab. Yes.
The lab.
Look, the damage is done. Burn it all.
Yeah, I mean, he got to that point, but yeah.
Yeah. Brendan?
Well, I've got a couple actually, so I'll do one and see if the other one comes up. Sanctuary is cool. I just wrote Sanctuary is cool when you cast Sanctuary, and then I added a sentence later on, Sanctuary plus mirror image is funny.
Yeah.
And then haste on top of that.
Just fucking stacking it.
For a long time, Eric has been acting as the tank. Basically, well, not since the very beginning. There was a cleric for that, but for a long time, and a
barbarian.
Yeah, and so it's nice to be like, oh no, actually, this guy is literally designed for this. I'm happy to leave him to it.
Yes, he's now wearing my family's plate armor.
It's basically invulnerable.
A crit didn't hit him.
Bullshit.
It's like fucking bollocks.
It's like my armor's shattered, oozing on the floor.
Ow! Ow!
This is and this is, I think, I've been really happy to actually. I've had that combination in mind. That plus blink is just so much fun. And I've had that in mind since I thought of Bron, and I finally am very happy. My favorite stealth moment is that I got to do it. At least 3/4 of it anyway. I was still on this plane of existence, I guess. But yeah, I got to do the thing. That's what Bron's good at, and it was fun, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, fair enough. Bishop Blood says the nanite feathers. Very cool. Very cool imagery. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. Brendan, you had a second?
Yeah, I do. At the end, talking to Gabby, saying, I know this. I know you want to fuck with the dangerous thing, because I would too. So, yeah, Bron...
She doesn't right now, but she might in a minute. Yeah.
Bron being the rare voice of reason, where he's usually the one that needs to be held back from the enthusiasm.
Yeah.
He's using that experience to stop people from doing dumb shit. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. In my mind, Bron exists in a realm of risk that other people don't usually. But within that realm, he's pretty safe. It's just that realm is more risk-takey than most other people's realms.
He does extreme sports, but he's very safety conscious while doing them, you know.
He always wears a helmet.
Always double checks the parachute twice.
He brews meth for a living, but he's very good at doing it safely.
His meth lab has never exploded.
His comfort zone is BMX, and his meth lab exploded just now.
I was going to say,
but
he
wasn't in it.
The idea of me setting it on fire.
No, not the
It's
meth.
all meth.
Do you have any idea of the street value?
Did you clean those beakers before you put the things in them? Yeah, that's why it happened. You mixed death plane with meth.
Are you telling us that the order
Death
meth. Of meth are all the way down? It has been.
Yeah.
When they go to use the beakers, they blow in them first. And a cloud of meth just...
Cool. Yeah.
I loved your descriptions of Bron on haste.
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah.
Just him zooming around.
Yeah. One big crack, one peal of thunder. It's rather than individual ones. Yeah, that was very cool.
They're too close together. You can't hear the individual booms.
All right, we need a D2 in chat, please. Saucy flower.
Yeah, meth is sussy flower, you could say.
Nice. I like it. That's a 1. That's me trying to get away from it, because I saw Crispin Crunch rolled a 1 as well earlier, but no. Alrighty. Yeah, you both got me. You got me. All right, favorite DM moments.
I thought you did Trish really well.
Thank you.
Because obviously Rachel wasn't able to kind of jump in and admittedly do a tiny little
I ran it past Rach what was going to happen, and Rach told me how Trish would react. So Trish pissing off is exactly what Rach said would happen. She actually said Trish would run and hide. I'm like, hiding is not something you can do from Eric, but running is absolutely a thing. Yeah, sure.
It's like I can't hide, but I can run.
Calsho says when we get to DM best in moment, when someone says we get fucked with these little things, and he goes, "Oh, there's a reason."
Mine follows on from that. For I think the first time in this campaign, Josh has taught me a lesson about, and taught Eric a lesson about recklessly just saying, "Hey, we have this cool elemental shit. Hey, Gabby, just do the thing that we want you to do." Actions have consequences, and it definitely was getting to the point where Eric was taking Gabby for granted, and Gabby articulated that last session. So for that to kind of be disregarded and then result in this, I think I saw the value of the lesson.
Oh,
I don't know if it was intentional or not, but
it wasn't in so many words. Like, that was not the thought process was not, I'm going to teach him a lesson. But
No.
this is absolutely, I was like, she did
It was
say...
actions have consequences.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And my favorite DM moment is sort of like that, and sort of like Karen's. Just the fact that you went out of your way to contact Rachel, and like there was a possibility that we could have had a guest player on here, and not just like a random guest, like the person who actually piloted the character. Like, that's just cool. You can, and you did, like, go out of your way to be like, maybe I can actually get this person on for this thing. That's great. I really appreciate that. That's like going not just the extra mile, but beyond that. So good.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, Karen has been over on their game.
Up there.
Favorite self. I thought it was a really well balanced fight. I was super stoked. I mean, I crit a few more times than I thought I would, and I was genuinely concerned I was actually going to kill Eric. And I actually might have. I did roll for the order in which the attacks hit him. And if they had hit in a different order, I think he would have died. But it was down to the dice. If one of the crits had actually taken him out, and then he'd been hit twice, he would have died. Yeah. That was fun. But I thought the modified black puddings were. I was like, three will be fine, right? And then I like do half of Karen's damage in the first hits, and I'm like, ooh, I may have overestimated this. They'll be fine. Eric's got this. Yeah.
If it wasn't for those like 4 crits in the first round.
Dead set. It was 3, but it was a lot. I quite liked them. They were probably a CR6, because they had multi-attack, which, you know, the more attacks you make, that it's the game is all about action economy, so I made them so they have actions. They have multi-attack only before they split. I was not actually expecting.
Thank God.
I was actually not expecting a split because none of you routinely do lightning or slashing, which is the two kinds needed to split them. I think Eric, when he takes his primal form, it's acid, which they're immune to, so he probably wasn't going to do that. Large things in a small space, I expected fire. I wasn't actually anticipating them splitting, but one way or the other.
It was fun.
It was neat.
I was one turn away from nuking them with Flame Strike.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that would have done it. Cool. Alrighty. Well, then we need a D1 in chat. Or let's just talk about Brendan, because that's what it is.
No, we don't know.
Dibs.
0.
Hope just blamphing people around generally, but specifically blamphing Bron 5 feet up at the air.
Yeah, that was very cool. Good combo
and then
move.
dropping him so he could just punch everything. Was.
I'm going to hats off, actually, the not waking up. I have a second, but I think choosing to not wake up is kind of interesting and cool. Not exactly a suboptimal character choice, but it's not optimal for I want to be in this scene. It was a choice, and I approve of it. I thought it was good.
I really liked the very visual way you've got comedically visually comic way of interpreting what's going on, with immediately suggesting 4, like 1 punch per copy. Great, you know, like we all heard it happening, but to be able to see it in your head and go, "This is funny." Let's like that was gold.
Yeah.
And do that a couple times.
Yes. Kalsho says in the campaign that he plays with me, Naldrak, his character, has a scimitar that does extra elemental damage. It does a d6 weapon plus an extra d6 of elemental damage, and the number you roll on it determines the kind of elemental damage it does.
Yeah.
So if you roll a 4, it does 4 lightning damage. If you roll a 2, it does 2 acid damage. But when he's in water, he almost always rolls a 4. Which means he cops lightning damage as well.
Whoops.
Because that's funny to me. I think I'm actually getting better at balancing fights because they had a real fucker of a one recently as well. But we're flattering Brendan right now. Brendan, favorite self?
I have written one. I have another one in mind, but I'll do this one first. And this is another one where I added a sentence after the fact. That time I took 98 damage in a single turn and lived, and then I didn't.
And then kind of like dirt
And
off your shoulder
almost
about it,
like-
and then like, and then I died.
Yeah.
That movie's worth it just for Mark Hamill brushing invisible rubber off his shoulder.
Well, the turn after you took 98 damage in a single round, you then took a lot more.
Yeah. No, that, and I'm glad that I did the cure wounds as well. It's the first time I've been able to actually use that spell. Probably, if I had have cast the Flame Strike, then I probably would have saved us a lot of strife in the long run. But the fact that Kesh stayed up on her the next attack she copped because of that healing.
Kesh is on 4
good.
hit points.
Yeah, Kesh needs a good sleep now. And maybe a kebab.
Well, she's
Flame
just
Strike
eaten like
would've-
30 good berries.
Good
She's
berries.
probably okay.
A good berry is not a kebab.
It's not. It's really not.
A Flame Strike might have burnt away the goo anyway, so might not have been
Yeah.
a good choice.
Oh, that would have.
Radiant and
Because it's
fire.
radiant.
So
And it would have
Yeah.
cancelled out necrotic. Would have actually been really bad. Yeah.
yeah, that's a good call. The other thing that I was kind of proud of was getting to describe how casting the transport by trees spell
That was going to
works.
be my second one. Yeah, that was really cool.
That was very
Yeah.
cool.
The one thing. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I also had down, you made a comment or a joke about getting Kesh killed. It's like, now I can be tip of the spear.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
I loved it because I was like, he would hate that. He doesn't like being
Yeah.
in charge of things.
No.
He actively turned down being a permanent member of Spear in favor of going back to being a tender like 4 months ago. He chose this. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's everybody's favourite moments, I believe. So we should go away from here, guys, because we've been streaming for a gosh darn while. But before we go, guys, who the absolute heck have you all been? Brendan, who the heck are you?
I'm Brendan. I just want to shout out Bishop Blood has said a thing. I love the return of hope. It's been so long. Which, like, hope hasn't gone anywhere, but
We don't always see
she
her.
definitely takes a back seat and is, like, implied to be doing stuff rather than me actually articulating it because I can't really be bothered to effectively roleplay 2 characters at once.
But when you're unconscious,
So,
she's the only one you have to do. Yeah.
I did have a lot of fun to do that, yeah. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh, there was a cool little moment where you said, oh, if Eric dies, you know, Hope will, like, scream in agony and collapse into a pile of ash. And I was just like, oh, that's a heartbreaking image.
I love that everybody was saying
She's a
that's how.
phoenix.
Yeah, I love how that's how everyone was saying that's how Eric gets to the plane of death. I'm like, no, if Eric dies, he don't go to death.
Yeah.
He's bound his soul to the plane of
that's fair.
fire. He'll go and hang out with
Not
Helvig.
intentionally.
No, but no, he goes to go and hang out with Helvig.
There's a fun spin-off.
That's where Helvig is.
But if Helvig has his giant fuck off fire worm in the fire plane, and
How big is Hope, do you think?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Just
she's gonna be like
blast
a
the worm
dinosaur.
They are about the same size. The Phoenix and the Dragon, Pia and Hope.
Oh my god, there's the spin-off, like Eric and Helvig just creating chaos in the fire plane.
there is a
They're
third.
massive familiars.
I'd be
There is a
down.
there is a third pseudo familiar as well in play. In Barovia, they have a little dragonette called Soot. And
Oh,
Soot Soot is an ash elemental. Ash. Technically an ash method, but looks like a little dragon. And when Soot met Pier, which they did, Soot and Pier were like buddies. They were like brothers. It was very cute. And then, Pier had to go home. Right, thank you very much, Brendan. John, who the heck are you?
I didn't get to say anything.
Oh, you did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But not that I care about that. I just want the opportunity to also say Bishop Blood again, Fave Julio still being on life support. Hey, get fucked, loser. I just want that to be on the VOD so that if Dario watches it,
thank you.
She can
She
appreciate
won't.
that. And look at my magic cards that I unboxed during this game. That's all
Very
that I have
cool.
to share.
Yeah.
I play Magic now. It's
Magic's fun.
cardboard crack.
Nerd.
There is a vending machine at Lakeside Joondalup near where I live.
Oh no.
Full of these. This is a pack of 20 cards for $7.
Oh,
That's
dangerous.
That is dangerous. That's like
Very
grown-up
cheap.
money dangerous. Yeah. All right, John, who the heck are you? And Danielle, thank you very much. Oh, sorry, John. Danielle, thank you very much for the follow, you bloody champion. Avast, matey! You east gallywag. I've just put the link for our Discord up in chat. Feel free to join. John, who are you?
Amazing. I'm not Danielle, apparently.
No, you're not.
No, I'm John. I've been a performer for a very long time. Friends of the people in the show, lover of D&D, and really enjoyed not taking any damage this session. Ha.
That done, because a crit.
It's okay. I took all of it.
Yes, you did.
You really did.
and I took the rest.
Yeah.
It would have been kind of funny if, like, both me and Eric had been knocked out and Brons just
standing there, three of him.
going, well, I guess I better cure wounds, everyone, now.
No, Bron just punches until there's nothing left to punch and then cure wounds.
Yeah. That'll be fine.
Artificers have like slightly unusual mechanical ways of casting their spells, and I like to think that Bron's method of casting Cure Wounds is to punch someone.
But his fists are actually, he would just rub them in.
Yes.
That's his revivify. Yeah. Builds an iron lung. Karen, who the heck are you?
Hello, I'm Karen, sometimes known as the mother of bunnies. I am a performer, a writer, an internet addict. I can usually be found here on Tuesday and Thursday nights. On Tuesday, I play video games, mostly Baldur's Gate 3, but we've been trying out Wildermyth. So we'll see what happens next Tuesday. And maybe surprise stream on Thursday. We'll see how we go, because Josh is away, so the Karen may play. Yeah, and also me and Brandon both have birthdays this weekend, so
Yay.
maybe wish us happy birthday in chat or something.
If you are John Best or anyone living in the Eastern States, I have already had my birthday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Okay,
happy birthday, future Brendan.
Yeah. He has to wait another 3 hours here.
In 3 hours. Future Brendan will then thank you.
Yeah, the message has got to get on a plane and fly.
Future Brendan has the same birthday as my godson as well. It is also Daniel's birthday.
Which is also me.
Yes. Yes, Katrina had a messy birth with that one.
Ew.
That's a kink we don't want to get into.
No, it's not a kink. Why did no? This is my oldest friend. Leave her alone. Karen, who the heck are you?
I just said who I was.
Great.
It's you.
I'm very flustered. Leave me alone. I'm Josh, everyone. I'm Josh the Pirate. You can find me on my channel, Courses Code. But you know that. You've done it. I'm here. You're there. Everybody's here. We're having a lovely time. If you like my majestic voice, but you think I could stand to tone the face down a bit, you can check me out in the podcast There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Skern Felspar and his little dragon, Rush. You can also check me out on Good Boy Media's YouTube, because I'm the villain in their ongoing Everything Will Kill You series, which is rather cool. I am not the murderer. I just allow murders to happen near me, where I could stop them, because it's the animals that are doing the killing, and I just kind of let it, and maybe clean up after it a little bit. It's good fun.
You're passively evil.
Yeah, I'm sort of. I am very. I'm neutral. Neutral evil. And I think that's about all I have to plug. We have a YouTube of our own if you want to check us out there. That's it there. All the episodes you may have missed. This is the 170th, I think, episode of Humblewood. And Brons' 20th outing as well, actually.
Aww.
Oh, wow.
Episode 20 of Bron. And we have all
We'll
the
get him drunk
exclamation...
for his 21st next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do Jackbox and get drunk on stream.
Love it. So next week, it looks like we may be doing a Jackbox stream on Thursday. I may or may not be available, depending on how much I hate the world after having run billy carts for 4 days for a bunch of teenagers. That's gonna fucking suck. I'm gonna be in Karatha, but these guys may well be here. Who knows? Not me. I'll set it up before I leave, and Karen can do it or not if she wants. We are affiliated with a couple of wonderful groups of people. Wooten Forge Gaming Accessories make things like this gorgeous thing, in which I almost killed Eric. And that's the link there. Any purchases you make using that link only, not just any purchases you make, but that link specifically, we get a cheeky little kickback, you bloody champions. So I don't shill, but I do have bills. It'd be lovely if you could support the channel that way. We also have merch.
Yay!
If you're interested in acquiring some Elements and Evil hoodies, I have one. It's fucking comfy too. The actual hoodie itself is really lovely. It's a really soft inner lining, heartily endorsed, and very warm, which is sad because it was 29 degrees here today, and I can't wear it. We also are affiliated with Troll Lord Games. Who are these people? They're great. Check out our YouTube to see how Castles and Crusades works, and that's the game that they run. It's really fun. Heartily endorsed. Check out their shit, trolllord.com. 31 tomorrow. Thanks, Cal. Really enjoy that. I might actually get in the fucking pool tomorrow.
Yeah, I was standing in the shops today, pouring sweat, because the air conditioning was shite, and just thinking, I wonder if the pool's warm enough to swim in.
It's in the low 20s. Pretty sure it's in the low 20s.
Must be getting close.
It retains heat very well since Crispin gave us the pool cover.
Thanks, Crispin.
Crispin's a champion. Alrighty, well, we'll go away from here now, guys, because we've been streaming for a gosh darn while. We need to find somebody to raid. We got Mike Moans, but you know what? We've also got the Den Mother Plays. So I reckon we'll do that. Magnificent Si Wang. We raided them last week, and they're playing their Filipino D&D game. Inspired by life, death, and all the things in between. Really interesting thing. Den Mother Plays is a lovely DM, great person, and show them the love. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat. Tell them where you came from, and we will see you same bad time, same bad channel. Karen will on Tuesday night for some more Wildermyth. Actually, you might be a little bit later. It might be more like 6:30, 6:45 because you'll be teaching.
Oh yeah, I have to teach a class. So it'll probably be 7. And yeah, we'll either do Wildermyth or I will go cause some chaos in Baldur's Gate 3 because I want to do some weird shit. I want to blow Gale up. I want to make some bad decisions.
Alrighty. Come back on Tuesday night for Karen and Bad Decisions, everybody.
Yay!
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Whee!